Hey everyone, welcome to the We Do podcast, where we do the gaming news for you. I am Burleyman Gaming, but you can also call me Homer throughout this episode. And yes, I do have a donut because I didn't get time to eat lunch, so I may be snacking while we're going through the episode, and this way I can get the sugar and the energy to keep up with with Merple, especially when you know we get to the topic of the show. And yeah, no Fryman this episode. He's been out gallivanting. I mean, hold on here, something. I'm getting a transmission here.
Why, hello, everybody. Agent 00 Fry reporting for duty.
Amazing. Very well done, sir.
Yes. Wasn't going to miss this for the world.
Yeah. We could do this one for a good little intro. Sadly, Merple couldn't commit to the bit, shave his head, become our Blofeld, and spin around with the cat.
Merple did not want to be my nemesis today, everybody. So blame him.
You know he would lose. You can't try, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Laser set to kill, Merple, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Alrighty, for the game.
That's James Bond, that's my villain, not you.
I can be both.
God. Anywho,
Okay.
what I've been playing.
No, wait. No. Fryman, you need to say the line. Come on. The names?
The name's Bond. James Bond.
Exactly, that's
there
it.
You go. Right on.
Alrighty.
I like a martini, shaken, not stirred. This is coffee, though. I don't drink.
Wait. I was like, they serve martinis in coffee mugs now? That's new.
If you've watched enough Bar Rescue, you will see some stuff. But anywho, I think that's enough for that. What I've been playing 3 games. Fry and I had finished on the weekend last weekend. We finished Dead Island 2. Yeah, that story in that game is not good. That story, you might as well just turn that off, listen to an album, or listen to one of our episodes and rants. You'll get much more entertainment, much more thought put in it than the story for that game. That final boss can suck it. That final boss sucks.
Yeah.
But the game overall is fun. I will say that. It is dumb fun and just slaying zombies, and it is an easy platinum. I know that's just sparking Fubu's.
I'm opening the PSN with my mind just to.
Yeah.
It is.
He's opening it with his phone right now. He just doesn't need to look and do it.
No, that's my phone. I just like. Look, when it comes to video games, I'm like a teenage girl. I don't need to look at my screen. I just text, and I got bought it. It's here.
Right, well, it's free on PS Plus Extra, so.
Oh, I wasted money then. Okay.
I've also been playing 007 First Light. I've got a little over 7 hours in that game, and it is really enjoyable. Like, I am very impressed on this, and I really, because I know others are going to talk about it, so I'm going to make this short. I really do like with the missions, there is variety. And with what you bring in with gadgets affects how you can do things and what paths you can do, which is really nice. And you can pick the way you're doing the missions. Like one of the first missions, you have to get up into the second floor of this building. Now, there's several different ways you can do it. You can do some climbing and stuff, all that, fighting some enemies, or if you're a suave, smooth professional like me, you can find the stamp and just walk up there like a boss.
Nice.
So yeah, and the other game I've played maybe about 15-20 minutes on the old Steam Deck, and we'll be talking the Steam Deck later on, is Mina the Hollower.
Oh yeah,
because that came out on Friday, and every time I go to freaking play it, hey Burley, can you do this? Can you do that? It's like, just let me play it, please. But it is fun. Once I've put some more time into it, I can then report and tell you more about it.
Nice.
But yeah, Kirok, what have you been playing on the 105070 Ti?
On the 105070 Ti, yes, that graphics card is so unbelievable because it doesn't exist. But anyways, I've been playing 007 First Light. So I haven't gotten as far into the game as you have. I've only played for about 3.5 hours. I've already criticized a few things in the game that immediately they stuck out to me like, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. But I don't want to harp on that. There are some things that I think they could have thought a little better. Maybe I'll talk about it later. But what I do like is the sense of scale, the sense of grandeur. When coming into the game immediately puts you into some action. There's you don't know what the story is that's going on, but there's an element of risk and something's on the line, and it allows you to play the game and feel like you're in an actual action Bond movie. And then later, I realized, because I didn't even know, because I haven't read anything about it, that the game is basically how Bond became Bond. And so you go through the training missions, and I absolutely love the way they're doing the training missions. I've made some predictions as to what might happen later on in the game because he becomes friends with certain people, but I'm not gonna. I'll talk about this a little later. The game is great. Even though I nitpicked a few little things as I was streaming it live, the game is fantastic. It looks fantastic. It runs fantastic. It's definitely worth picking up and playing. Yeah.
All righty. And Merple, what have you been playing?
I have been continuing with The Witcher 1, streaming it. I'm in chapter 2. There are 5 chapters in total, not counting the prologue, I think it is, or 4 counting prologue is 5. I still like The Witcher. I love it. Prepping up till The Witcher 4 in like 10 plus years. Joking, it's not going to take that long, but
you never know.
Yeah, true.
That is true. You never know with CD Projekt Red. But yeah, I've been playing The Witcher 1, continuing it. It's very much fun. I love it. You can very much tell it's time. I'm also prepping for The Witcher 1, replaying it. Or playing it, should say, because I went so far. I've done a Kirok effect. I stopped playing it. And then I start streaming it again. I'm like, oh, yeah, this is why I like it. I'm pretty much started with The Witcher 1 instead of going straight to The Witcher 3 because I'm also waiting for the inevitable Witcher 1 remake to see the difference. That'll come out in 20 years' time. But also thanks to Fryman, I also played Bubsy 4D.
I wonder why.
Nice.
What could possibly go wrong?
I hate you, Fry.
Good,
okay.
good. Let the hate flow through you. Let the ducks.
He is my nemesis after all, Mr. Purplefeld.
Like, it's just a bad platformer. I hate it. I did not stream it for very long because I think I streamed it for like 2 hours to be like, all right, I'm done. I have an interview tomorrow. I need to get ready for it. Bye. I never touched it.
I think he's using the interview as an excuse to get out of playing the game.
Sounds like it.
Like, I uninstalled to be like, all right, move over. I need Diablo on my computer now.
You'll go back. I know.
There are not very many achievements, so that game could be platinum pretty quickly. I think there's like 10, actually.
Okay. Sounds like a deal.
So I might platinum it. I might not. I might just throw it in the archives of all my games.
You're Kirok affected, aren't you?
Yep. It's going to be Kirok affected. And I am starting to get into another game. What is it? I forget what it's called.
Okay.
It's not a good game then.
You haven't started it yet, though.
Among the Sleep.
Among the Sleep. Yeah, that's a good one. No,
I have played it on the PS4. I have finished it. Like, got all the achievements for it. because I did stream it, I think last year for Halloween or year before. Thanks to a member of both mine and Burla's community, Jake. I don't remember his whole username. I'm so sorry, Jake.
Jakey boy, I know he's a good guy.
Just randomly out of the blue, I got a ping. It's like, oh, I got a game. I figured it was probably from Fry or Burley or Kirok or Fubu or someone. And I was like,
soon. I got the game for you. Don't worry.
And I looked at it. It's like, Jake. I was not expecting it. I had to message him and be like, I thanked him, obviously.
Thank you, Jake Jellyjammer 9. I'm just gonna put the full name out there. Don't worry, we'll have a discussion with Merple after this is done. Don't you worry.
Thank you. I'm so sorry. I forgot his entire username. I just always call him Jake.
Merple needs to do like the movie Memento. He needs to start tracking people's names on his arms, like this game, Fryman, this game, Burley, so he doesn't forget the game.
You still got to finish Kina.
That I need to finish too.
Well, actually, because it came from me, if you don't finish it, it's totally fine.
Yeah, you're finishing Bubsy though. That shit I bought. Yeah, on stream especially.
Yeah, Kana is Kirok affected right now. I'll go back to that one.
Yeah, no worries.
I'll go back to it. I promise. Bubsy,
I
no.
know.
Bubsy, no.
So, yeah, you will.
You must honor your commitment.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It
And
was
Fubu,
your turn.
And you can't go back to mine. Otherwise, it's a disgrace.
All right, I'm gone. Bye.
Yeah, you get back here. Force pull.
Okay, I'll come back.
Hey, the push will work. That's a new trick. Good job.
Homer is one with the Force.
Me, I think you guys are going to be proud of me.
Okay.
You guys are going to be proud of me. I stopped playing EAFC.
What?
Oh my god.
Who are you?
What?
I'm playing eFootball now. It's even worse. It's even
It is worse.
It is
It's
worse.
You know what?
it's like you changed from
those
alcohol.
words. I have to.
It's like you went from being a drug addict to an alcoholic.
It's my side chick. I'll go back to EAFC 27. Right now, it's my side chick at eFootball. But I've started to realize something about me. Because I don't know, I am easily influenced. I've always finished my games, and I'm playing Monster Hunter Stories 1, and I'm getting so done with that game. I'm feeling the Kirok effect. I don't want to touch that game. I'm getting sick and tired of that game. Yesterday, I was playing it. I kept dying. I just fuck this shit, and I turned everything off and started working. So yeah. I'm getting a monster. It's basically eFootball and Monster Hunter Stories. That's what I've been playing.
How's the eFootball?
I'll be honest with you. I used to be a Pro Evolution fan, which was the previous name. Then they did the online thing like he was doing, but the game was terrible. I'm telling you, the game was terrible. So along the years, I've always tried it looks good. Let's give it a go. When I'm super tired of FIFA or EAFC, and I felt because I'm a competitive guy, I need to have some competition in my life, even if it's online competition. I need to have that, or I get grumpy. So when I'm sick of FIFA or EAFC, I would go and dip my toes on eFootball. But the game was super bad. I think on the last time I tried the game was 4 years ago during the World Cup, because I have a special Messi World Cup card. I don't have anything. And I think on these past 4 years, they improved the game a lot. They improved it. And the gameplay is it's different from EAFC, but I like the difference. And there's the thing, the players on this game are actually smart. I don't need to yell at them to run, because they run on their own, because they have the IQ, the gaming AI is smart. And if they see an open area, they will run towards an open area. If I tell them to stay back, they stay back. It's not like EAFC. I tell my defensive mids, you stay back defending. And when I notice he's on the striker position trying to score, bitch, I told him to stay back. What are you doing up there? And this one, I tell my CDM, you stay back. yes, boss, I'll stay back. I'll defend. And I like what they did with the game. I think it's something that I will be playing much more. And yeah, I did see your latest video, Kirok, and I need a Switch 2 right now because there's special things for eFootball. Burley, I need that shit right now. Right now, send it by mail. I need to play that update on eFootball. But
Well,
yeah,
by the
steal
time that
Leah's.
we get over you there, go talk to Leah.
bro, Leah would murder me. Okay, what are you talking? Like she's tiny, but she's like a fucking
She's sweet,
chihuahua, man.
innocent.
She's like a chihuahua. Like she looks so sweet. You need to get close to her. She's like,
She's sweet and innocent, Fubu.
yeah.
All right, so if he goes missing next week, Leo will take his place.
Leah,
Leah, you know what to do.
no, but Leah, she's feisty. I'm telling you, I like her a lot because she's feisty. So she the sweetness from the far it tricks you. You get close, you get burned. Trust me, you get burned.
And Fry, what have you been playing?
Well, as you already know, yes, me and Barely did beat Dead Island 2 this past weekend. It was a game, all things considered. I thought that game would be worse, but it was all right. Final boss sucked, though, and story was meh. And as the others put it, yes, I have been playing 007 First Light as well. I won't spend too much time on it here, but I will say it was certainly a game that I decided the second I got home from work. I played until like 1:30 in the morning, and I regretted it. but then I didn't regret it because I couldn't put it down. So yeah, it is exactly the game I wanted. I have some issues with it that both like a patch or two, or maybe the inevitable sequel could fix. But overall, it is definitely the game I wanted for a game based on 007. And it is, in fact, in my top 5 games of this year so far, out of the games I've played. That could easily change, but I can definitely see this being in my top 5.
I'm very happy because at the beginning of the year, everyone was going, "Oh, this is GTA 6 year. It's gonna win everything if it comes out this year." And now we're like talking about Pragmata, Resident Evil, now 007. There's another game, Crimson Desert. You see, this is why Crimson Desert won't probably be at the favorites at the end of the year because I'm already forgetting about, it's falling behind. But what I'm trying to say is we are having amazing games this year, and this makes me very, very broke because I need to buy them all.
I hear you. My wallet here. She actually. I'll show you. My wallet's a little torn and it's got some damage. I want to buy a new wallet, but apparently you got to stream this game. You got to play this game.
It's that meme of the dad coming inside the room with the belt. You put Burley's face on it, and then the kid is Burley's wallet, and he goes, "No, Burley, no."
Burley, you give Fubu your Switch 2 and you charge him rent until he sends it back to you.
Yeah, same with Merple and his PS5.
There you go. Yeah, if I get rid of those 2 consoles, then I won't actually have to stream or make any content. You guys are genius. Then I could be lazy.
Right. You still have the PC, so you're not entirely out of the world.
And I got to get Merple my PC. Okay.
No. I'll send the PS5 to Merple and charge him rent. Sends it back.
There you go.
Kirak's like, no, I want that money.
I'm Poe.
We
can't afford that.
Yeah.
My rent prices are going up because of RAM. Sorry.
Exactly. We've got a great show for you. Got a lot of great stories today, like some of the just quick highlights. Unreal 6 and getting its first leak game being Rocket League, Dragon Quest 12, Take-Two wanting some more remakes and remasters, Valve raising the price on the Steam Deck, 007 selling 1.5 million copies the first 24 hours, Call of Duty coming to the Switch 2, Crimson Desert patch, Persona news, Kingdom Come Deliverance news, Fable being delayed till February 2027, and the topic of the show, Merple squeeing for a half hour. I mean, talking about The Witcher. um, yeah. So, but let's get her at her with our first story here. Just give me 1 second here. Just you share screen, just wanting to be fun, and StreamYard.
That story, I'll probably have to do a force choke on me.
Yeah, oh, trust me, I'm all ready for that. Already, Rocket League, get it, is going to be the first Unreal 6 game. So,
This is the future, and this is
first game to be shown being Rocket League.
He looks like
I don't
Doug
think-
did a dumb.
No, actually, I have to disagree. I don't think Rocket League I think Rocket League's not a bad choice because of how fast this game goes. If you actually sit and you play Rocket League, how fast and how much stuff is going on in these matches, and all the boosting and all that. So you don't get much here. Like this clip's like a minute and change
Right.
here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, okay, UE5, Unreal Engine 5 has been it's been an interesting engine, so kind of not surprised they're gonna go to 6. But what's everyone's thoughts?
Yeah, there you go. The audio was getting me. I'm not surprised because this is kind of the norm with engine revisions. So I'm not surprised we're getting Unreal 6 as soon as we kind of are, because Unreal 5 hasn't really been like a big thing for like, in the sense of like, it hasn't been around as long. It's only been around for give or take 5 or so years. So I'm not too surprised they want to move on to it, especially the reception given how everyone feels about Unreal 5. Like, you can easily go on YouTube, type in Unreal 5, and while you'll find all people talking about what it's like to use it, you also get those saying, oh, Unreal is killing gaming because of its either poor optimization, because a lot of modern games are using Unreal 5 a majority of the time. So good chance this is a marketing thing. Like, obviously Unreal 6 will naturally be better in some regards, as we all know. I just think, like, yeah, they're doing this to like finally get done with the criticism of how like poorly optimized Unreal is. Like, because if Unreal 6 is better in every way compared to 5, it's like, you know, everyone's opinion will start changing. They'll still have issues with it, given no matter what Unreal Engine game you're playing, there are going to be 100+ gigs on your hard drive just gone, no matter what. I will say it's nice to see that it's Rocket League, because the alternative would have been Fortnite, and I don't give two shits about Fortnite. So
we don't need that.
I'm okay with it, but I do feel like since this is the small thing we're seeing, it's like, yeah, this engine's still like maybe a year or two away before we ever see it both becoming available to use for developers, but also just in general, it's probably just not ready yet. So this was just them trying to like get ahead of like the curve, and hopefully, you know, it could yield some better results down the road. So that's overall my thoughts, but I'm just, you know, until it actually is out and we start seeing some newer AAA games being used with it, I'm not really holding out much hope that it's going to be like this massive turnaround, especially in comparison to how Unreal 5 has been this generation.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, anybody got anything else on Unreal here?
For me, I'm not a fan of Rocket League. I actually have the game, and is probably one of the few games in my library I regret buying. It's just not my kind of game, but I bought it because friends were like, hey, let's play. I played a bit, and I was like, whatever. Mind you, that said, why wouldn't they only be able to either do Fortnite or this game? Why couldn't they show this off in some other game, like in some other, not necessarily a big AAA type game, but like, well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know enough about the software. Now, hang on. Is Rocket League considered AAA? No, right?
No, but it's owned by Epic. That's the thing.
Exactly.
That explains
They
it.
own the engine now.
But I feel it's also a case of like the game is not ready yet. Like Well, like how they announced Unreal 5 back then, because it went through an early access period before it finally was fully ready to be used by everybody.
Right.
The 2 games I remember they announced was, believe it or not, Witcher 4 was announced that CD Projekt Red was going to use Unreal for Witcher 4. But that was the only thing we heard about Witcher 4 until the Game Awards 2024.
Yeah.
And that Crystal Dynamics was using it for the next mainline Tomb Raider game. And now we know it's 2 Tomb Raider games, thanks to
Right.
last year's Game Awards being the remake of 1, Legacy of Atlantis, and Tomb Raider Catalyst, the brand new mainline. But that was 6 years ago, though, since that announcement, and they've not shown up yet. So this one, it's like it's like I also believe it's like they're getting ahead of the curve, hopefully thinking like, because Unreal is almost always in the spotlight, especially now as more AAA devs have been shown to be using it. But also it's like given last year, especially where that was finally the time where people had enough of Unreal's bad optimization. The key example being Borderlands 4, which is still the most unoptimized game you can play right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Well, I mean, personally, I'm thinking great. I mean, they're moving ahead, just like you said. Hopefully, this takes or gets rid of what bad taste it left Unreal Engine 5 left in people's mouths. So hopefully that's the case. Sorry, you were going to say.
Yeah, no, it was just like, they're announcing it now, obviously for marketing, just so, and also so to get people excited, because there's also, the new consoles are going to be a thing at some point. Project Helix and whatever the PlayStation 6 could be. That's another thing. They're trying to get ahead of the curve because Unreal 5 launched at the same time as the current gen consoles. So that's probably why they're doing it as well. So they're just getting ahead of the curve until the inevitable big reveal so that they can stay up to date with everything.
I feel like the newer consoles are not the newer consoles of Helix and whatever PS6 will be called. I don't think they're going to launch with Unreal Engine 5. I think they will probably launch with Unreal Engine 6 on them.
No, Unreal. It's pretty backwards compatible. Like the engine's backwards compatible. So it's just a matter of like it'll launch, and the engine itself will most likely launch a little after the new consoles launch, because if all they're showing is just a teaser that Unreal 6 is real and is going to happen, and the first game is going to be Rocket League, kind of tells you that it's like, okay, it's a thing, but it won't be a thing for like another 3 years at most.
Okay. I didn't know that the engines were technically backwards compatible.
Yeah, no, any engine. As someone who had to use it at one point, I can tell you the engine is. I've looked it up. It's like, any engine can be used on any platform. You just have to pay the royalties for it, as well as get the kits, the dev kits to port the game over.
Right.
At least back when I was learning to be a game dev at one point.
Okay.
That's a story for another day, though.
You became a spy instead.
Yes, Agent 005, of course.
Nice.
All right. Anything else on this, or?
Nah, it's good to see progression in games, and the only thing I can add is what I said before we started the episode, which is basically it's good that they're stressing the engine on the type of game like Rocket League, because it's a very fast-paced game that was going to show where you can take the engine to, what types of games you can make with that engine. So I'm happy to see progression. I just hope this doesn't stress our computers, because if you need more memories, if you need more RAM, it's going to be more expensive, because everything's expensive now to buy. So that's basically it. But it's good to see progression.
All righty. Let's move to the next story here. Take-Two Interactive will release 6 remakes and remaster fiscal years 2028 and 2029. So this is going to be interesting, because it's like Take-Two does have a library of stuff. But what was it going to be? And it's like, okay, that's quite a bit of remakes and remasters. Now, mind you, these can be stuff that has quite a bit of work in them or nothing. Like as we saw when They farmed out the Grand Theft Auto ones, the definitive editions of 3, Vice City, and San Andreas, like how they thought those were acceptable
Right.
at
Yeah.
first.
And then right after that, they made a good but mostly bare bones remaster of Red Dead Redemption that was only on PlayStation at first, and then it came to other platforms, especially PC finally. So, and there was a rumor that they were going to remaster GTA 4, but they put that on hold because of how bad the trilogy remakes were. So, could be that. And also, as the article is stating, we could finally get a PS5 Series X port of Red Dead Redemption 2, which everyone's been asking for. And like they mentioned in their earnings call last episode, that game is still selling really well. So,
Yep.
now would be the time to do it, especially because this year everybody's excited for GTA 6. And, that could be it too. But also, it's like, also said, though, it's like, yeah, there is that Max Payne 1 and 2 remake that is being developed by Remedy, but Take-Two as well as Rockstar are the ones who own the rights to that franchise. So that could be one of those things. But with Take-Two, it could be anything, really. It could be... we just don't know yet. Those are the ones that stick out to me. I mean, it'd be cool if they made a Bully remaster, but they're never going to touch that franchise again, unfortunately.
You know what they're never going to touch, but I would like to see? Manhunt. Manhunt 1 and 2.
They would never touch that, but that would be
No,
awesome.
It would not.
No, I think it's because it's way too gory. It's way too. I'll be honest. I don't know. Well, I know it's because my parents don't understand video games. That's why I was allowed to play them as a teenager. But bro, those games are way, way, way too brutal to play. But yeah,
Especially if you modernized it with today's graphics, you could do. And
Yeah.
Exactly. It could. Well, let's be honest. Like when you're playing, like it's a Resident Evil, you do some brutal kills. The only difference is on animals or monsters, stuff like that. You know, it's if you change it for a human. But no, I just wanted to go because I was going to say bully. I'll be honest, I was like bully, but then Fryman said bully. I can't say bully. But I'm going to go with Manhunt, and I would
Actually,
yeah.
There's one you could say: table tennis too.
Oh,
Yeah, the first actual game that was made with that new engine they've been using since GTA 4. Table Tennis 2 or Midnight Club if they want to bring that back. That'd be cool.
Oh, okay, this is a good one. Midnight Club is actually a good one. I forgot about that. But yeah, my answer is I would love to see a Manhunt nowadays, just to scar people like Black Murple. Murple would get scars for life.
oh,
Manhunt was banned when it first came out in certain countries.
Germany,
Yeah,
I remember.
And Australia.
Australia. I know Germany was banned.
and it
Yeah,
was
the second one was worse though because it had more deprived shit in it. So yeah, it got even more banned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or wait, Warriors. They could also remake Warriors. Do you remember they made the game Warriors a few years ago?
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, and they have PS2 and Xbox. Yeah,
that could be a good one as well.
Yeah, just at least a PC port. That'd be nice.
well, it's probably just the licensing. You got to go through all the licensing with the Warriors.
Yeah. And knowing Take-Two, it's like they would only do it if they knew that they can make money, probably.
Mm-hmm. I'm happy about seeing that Max Payne 1 and 2 would likely get a remake in this.
No, it is getting one. It is getting
Yeah,
one.
it is.
Yeah, they've already confirmed. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go. Because I played Max Payne. I finished Max Payne, the original, and it was great. It was fantastic. So much fun. 2 I started, Kirak affected it, but the other one I played was Red Dead Redemption 2, and I played the crap out of that game on my Xbox One X and finished it, and I absolutely loved that game. My kind of game. Love the Old West, love the characters, love the story. I have a plan. Remember? What was his name?
Dutch.
Shots.
Dutch. Yeah. So I mean, I kind of look at it and go, why would it need a remake? It was what, 2017 they released it? Yeah,
2018.
2018.
Yeah.
And I mean, so it's almost a decade ago, and I still in my head see the graphics from the Xbox One X in that particular game as amazing and great.
Mhm.
So I'm like, how much better could it get? But I bet if they do a remake of that, and I did a comparison side by side, I'd probably notice a massive difference compared to what it used to be.
Well, they could do Red Dead Revolver.
Oh yeah, they
They could.
should. Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's a good one.
Where it all started.
Yeah.
But
It could be anything, like we said, because Take-Two owns a lot, not just Rockstar, but they own 2K and a few other studios.
So
it could really be anything.
BioShock.
Yeah,
right?
it could be BioShock. Even though I've heard there was a rumor earlier this year that a remake of BioShock was in the works, but it got canceled because the BioShock 4 apparently was not doing well development wise, so they delayed that, and then they shelved it or something. That's what I heard that Jason Schreier reported, but I can't verify it.
Gotcha. Oh, I'm in BioShock, and I played 1, 2, and 3 and finished all of them.
Mhm.
Same.
I would love,
Yeah.
I would love that franchise to come back.
Yeah.
Also, I would like but Ken Levine, the creator, to finish Judas because that looks good.
Yes,
But I'm like,
yes.
Like
I
hurry
want
up,
that.
damn it!
Yeah. Little fun fact about BioShock. When I first played it, the very first one, it was on the Xbox 360. I bought it, I played it, and I hated it. I
Really?
did not like it. And I got together with some friends and we were talking about it. I'm like, yeah, you're playing BioShock. But I bought it and I paid for it, so I had to play it all the way to the end. I wish I treated most of my games that way. I played it all the way to the end, loved it. I fell in love so much, I played it all over again. I just literally, when I finished it, I started the game over and played it again. So
Mhm.
good. Yeah.
I'm just hoping that they're not biting off more that they can chew to make 6 remakes and remasters in like 2027, 2028.
Mhm.
I feel like that might be a lot.
That's a lot in a small amount of time.
Yeah.
It's
I'm-
2028, 2029. Purple.
Oh.
Still.
I read that wrong because where it said financial year 2027, 2028.
Fiscal year
Yeah.
27 is
Yeah.
not the same as the year it comes out in
Okay.
because technically we're in it right now and we're in 2026.
Okay. I didn't even read
It's
that
okay,
part. I just
okay.
looked over and saw something else. But like that's still like even if it being in 2028, 2029, I still feel like that's a short period for like 6 remakes or remasters.
Yeah. But if that is the case, good chance these games have already been in development because game
That is
development's because game development's a marathon. It's on a sprint usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think so because sorry to interrupt you, but just very quick. Because let's be honest. All of these years, they haven't been doing games. Basically, they could they're getting money from the online from GTA 5. Okay, they're making a shit ton of money there, and they started developing these games. So it's in my mind. I think it's completely viable for this to happen in these next few years because these years that they haven't announced anything new. Yeah, it's been a while since their last announcement. Let's be honest, they could have been working on these without anyone knowing, and now we're like, hey, all the time that we spent working, it's time to collect the money. We're gonna put this. I think it's possible. I don't think they will be chewing. They'll be biting more than they can chew. I think. They have been around for many years.
they're a big company. They've got a ton of people.
No, they know what they're doing, and like I said, they were working on several projects because they can. That's how big they are, and they were getting funded by the GTA Online money because that shit was making millions and millions and millions and millions. They were making way too much money. That's why it took so long for a new GTA to come out. That's why the fact that Red Dead Redemption Online modes not blowing off as GTA 5 wasn't that big of a deal because they could keep coming on the GTA 5. So I think it's very viable for them to do this.
Mm-hmm.
We'd love to hear from you all in the comment section. Which games would you like Take-Two to remake, remaster? We'd love to hear from you all. But now, finally, after how many years, we get Dragon Quest 12. Dragon Quest Day had passed because the first Dragon Quest originally released May 27th, 1986.
Oh God.
Now known as Dragon Quest Day. So we finally got to see Dragon Quest 12. It was originally revealed 2021 at the 35th anniversary, and it was looking darker, and it was called Flames of Fate. Now it's looking much more bright. Dragon Quest 12 Beyond Dreams. And they also announced a new Monsters game that's coming soon. So hopefully by the 45th anniversary, we should have Dragon Quest 12.
Hopefully.
Yeah, and there's our protagonist for Dragon Quest 12, and he looks tired. He looks like he has
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. But,
Just release me already, damn it.
yeah. But not only that, though, they had said that they did restart development on Dragon Quest 12. So, yeah.
I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
Yep.
Keep going.
So all I'll say is that's a bit concerning, given that I did like the idea of Dragon Quest 12 Flames of Fate, because they said it was going to be a much darker game than what normal Dragon Quest goes for. So, yeah, I was kind of interested in that, but I did have the feeling that if you haven't said anything about this game in some time, then there's something wrong happened. And now it's called Beyond Dreams and it looks very different than what the original idea was. So I'm still excited for it because it could be good at the end of the day, because it's Dragon Quest. How are they going to fuck it up, really?
Yeah.
So,
well,
you
know, that could happen.
it could happen. Yeah, you know, you're not wrong. It could happen, especially with how people feel about Dragon Quest VII's remake. I've heard people say things. Burley knows.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So I'm still willing to give it a chance, but I can tell, if anything, this is not just a sign of like what's wrong, what happened with this game. It's kind of been a sign with Square Enix to me, because if you notice, it's like they have announced projects, and a lot of them we've not really seen much from, because where's Kingdom Hearts 4? We haven't heard anything about that in forever, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's having development issues at this point in time, especially if they haven't said anything. And given that there was a long period of time where they not only announced Dragon Quest 12 Flames of Fate, they announced the HD 2D remake of Dragon Quest 3 within the same year, and we didn't hear anything about that for like 2-3 years. And then it came back, and then they announced, oh, we made a remake of 1 and 2 as well. So that's cool, and that justified why it took forever. But Dragon Quest 7 randomly got a remake, so it tells me for sure something was going on behind the scenes. So I think, Square Enix definitely behind the scenes has not been good. Like, development of their titles probably has not been good, outside of maybe the remake trilogy of Final Fantasy VII, where it just seems like once they even though it took them 5 years since the announcements, and now we finally have it, the fact that we're getting like the sequel. We got the sequel 4 years later after the initial release, free, and then 4 years for the second one. And then now, potentially next year, we'll get part 3. Tells me it's like, a lot of things behind the scenes of Square Enix are not going well. To me, anyway.
Is it pretty much been forspoken?
We don't talk about that.
I pretty much stopped hearing any development on Dragon Quest 12 when Akira Toriyama passed away.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was the last time they ever made an update. I don't know, but as a lot of people know,
they definitely didn't say anything. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like they showed it off in 2021, and then we're like, we're working on it. That was literally, it was all behind closed doors. Yeah, I understand when Toriyama had died. That definitely affected, because
the series composer also died the year prior to. So
okay.
There was that.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know anything about his death. So still sad, because he made a lot of good music for the game. But I feel like that could have played a part in their development, because they're like, oh shit, our art director, or not art director, but the one that makes our art passed. The one that made our music.
He was a main guy.
Yeah. The main guy that made our artwork has passed. The dude that made all of our music passed. What do we do? So it would have been nice if they said like, oh hey, this will still come out. It's just we're having a little bit of difficulty. Bear with us. But they kind of went radio silent. I'm like, what are you doing, Square? The only thing that they have really kind of communicated was with their Final Fantasy VII remakes or remastered, whatever you want to call them.
They're both at
Yeah.
this point.
Yeah. But other than that, any of their other projects, they've been radio silent on them. Like,
I'm still waiting on news on Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, they haven't said any news on, like, again, like Fry was saying, Kingdom Hearts 4. We have no news on that. They showed off.
Yeah, nobody
like,
cares
a
about
little
Kingdom
small
Hearts.
bits. They showed off like a little smidge bit of Kingdom Hearts 4. It's like, okay, nothing else. And I'm like, I don't really care much for Kingdom Hearts anymore, but like, I'll still play it.
Yeah.
And there's nothing, and like, I'm like, but that could also be well with Disney too. But,
I mean, that it is, but there's also a lot of key people did leave Square Enix at one point.
True.
Hey, someone's a fan of Fubu.
I'm gonna give my thoughts on this. I've heard, because I don't read, I've heard in the other videos, they were saying that the concept for this game it changed, and because of the name, it's it's something related with dreams, basically.
Beyond Dreams.
Beyond Dreams. So basically, the concept of this game, from what I've heard, is that dreams come to reality. So the main character goes to sleep. If he has a nice dream, that nice thing will come to reality. If he has a nightmare, the nightmare comes to reality. That's why his eyes are like that. He doesn't want to sleep because I'm going to assume, being an RPG, he's having some messed up stuff. So, Fryman, I think this is good for you because the world might show to be very bright, but when he goes to sleep, it gets very, very dark. It gets very dark. So that's why he doesn't fall asleep because of that. And I do like that concept for a game. I'm not going to say it's unique because I'm pretty sure there's a game out there that has a similar idea that I don't know of because gaming is.
There's tons of indie games and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. I can't say the word unique because I haven't played all games, so I'm pretty sure there's something like that. I'm not going to say I'm the biggest Dragon Quest fan. I do like 8 a lot. It was my entry to the franchise. I remember that one, the Cursed King or something. It's like
Journey of the Cursed King. Yeah, actually, give me 2 seconds. I can pull it for you.
Yeah.
Nice.
But that sounded very wrong. It gets up because I can pull it. Even if the time that
At least he's pulling it off camera.
Oh, fuck. No, that's
Journey of the Cursed King. I have it on the 3DS.
Oh, yeah, he did pull it out. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, jeez, you guys need to stop thinking with your head down there. Jeez.
Yeah. Okay, get your head out the gutters, guys. Come on now.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But it's fun.
It's fun. Anyway, I do have. I think it's 10 or is it 11? The most. I think it's probably 11.
11 was the most recent, newest entry, and they're making a Switch 2 update version for it.
Ooh.
I'm curious to see because 11 I own on the actual Switch. I own the physical cart for 11, and that I'm curious to see if they're going to do like a free upgrade or a paid upgrade because I'm curious because 11 ran well on the original Switch.
Yeah.
The only thing
Yeah.
I was gonna say to add to your point though, Burley, they did at least say that your save file on Switch 1 does not carry over to Switch 2, supposedly. So that's pretty bad, but yeah.
Yeah, then forget it. I'm not spending even if it was only a $10 upgrade because I like that game, but these are Dragon Quest games.
I just looked it up too. There is no plans for a paid upgrade too. So I think you're in the clear then. Save you some money.
Woohoo!
Is it?
Whoa!
And those are basically the 2 ones that I played. I remember on 11 they did something. If you got the special edition, you could play like the 8-bit version of the game.
Yes.
So that was beautiful because I get nostalgic.
the three.
by-
Yeah,
Game.
that was actually they were supposed to originally when 11 was coming out. It also came out in Japan for the 3DS. We were supposed to get that version. They didn't do that, so they added it to, I think, not base 11. I think it was the enhanced version 11S gave you that, and that first came to this. Yeah, I think that's and that was cool. Like you would beat a section in the 3D, and then you could go replay that and play it the 2D style. It was good. Like I am looking forward to it because like they changed development, and like Fry said earlier, it sucks, and it's like I kind of wanted to have the darker thing, but I'm curious. But yeah, Square is not in the best of shape.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, I'm thinking they're like Murple was saying, they're not communicating with us because we need to start having news about Final Fantasy VII, which is the one that I'm most interested on Part 3. Like Kingdom Hearts 4, it's been a long time since they mentioned it. So I think I'm going to put this out there, which I'm not inside it, but I think something structurally happened inside that company that didn't come out to the shareholders, whatever. Then wasn't news, but I think something structurally happened because Kingdom Hearts, I understand, like it's a bit hard to do that, but Final Fantasy VII should have been out already, in my opinion, because they already have all of the assets. Like they're not creating a new world for Final Fantasy VII Part 3. They already have the world because you did that on Final Fantasy Part 7 Part 2. You already did that.
There's still a lot of that world if you've played the original 7 that they have not gotten to. They have to create a lot.
Yeah.
They have the assets, and I get you. And you still have stuff like you have 2 characters you haven't got their combat and gameplay, and Vincent and Sid both being unique characters and their limit breaks and stuff.
Yeah, I do understand that, but it's. I think the assets are already there. One of the news that I already heard, which I think it would be the hardest thing to do, but it's necessary to have, which is the world map. They said that they worked on that. They already had it functioning. So I don't know. I do understand them I do understand because maybe they're aiming for that 30-year anniversary next year. They're aiming for that probably, but there's been a lot of communication, not only for Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, but all of their other IP, and this is one of them. And I'm going to say that they communicate it now because they feel safe that Dragon Quest 12 will continue. It will continue, and it's going to come out on time, and they already have a fixed project. I'm hoping that.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
I just hope it comes out within the next 5 years.
Yeah.
that would be nice. Because restarting from scratch is normally meaning everything has to go back to the way it was. But I'm going to assume since they dropped a trailer, it's when they inevitably decided to restart development, it was probably 2 or 3 years ago when they realized, this isn't working. We need to start over. So now here you go. Here's the game. So yeah, we'll probably get it soon, but it's just it's kind of a shame because I really was actually looking forward to that original concept of it being a more darker take on Dragon Quest. But I can imagine losing Toriyama and the composer definitely threw a wrench into everything. And just for all we know though, because there are some people who are mad about the concept, even though we have no idea what it would have ultimately been. We just had a logo and a general idea, but everyone's acting like this is a betrayal. So I'm just like, you don't fully know what it could have been. You might have hated it, even if it might have been different. Because sometimes being different isn't always a good thing. It's just once in a while it could be a good thing. It's all a matter of execution. So, but I'll still give it a try. But I will admit that main character design, the more I look at it, I'm just like, no. No, that's weird. But anyway, I'll still give it a try whenever it comes out.
Yeah. Oh, I'll give it a try too. I mean, the more I do look at that main character, the more I can kind of tell that, they definitely had to figure out a different art style because that don't look like Akira Toriyama's art style, which obviously it's not Akira Toriyama's because he passed away.
I mean, it is and it isn't.
Yeah, it is, but it isn't. It looks more like they're trying to mimic his art style, but obviously whoever is now the new art director kind of has. I feel like he kind of has. Oh, I have to mimic his art style, but I have my own art style.
Mhm.
Like he's trying to blend both of it together,
Mhm.
which
Mhm.
I don't mind. I mean, you kind of have to do that because not everyone has the same art style. But
And then it's Dragon Quest. It's like
exactly. So like he's trying to live up to Akira Toriyama's like legacy of his artwork, but let's face it, you can't live up to someone's legacy even if you try.
hmm
Especially someone that's been in like everything for X amount of years. I'm definitely interested. I am a little bit kind of upset that they have not really communicated with like, you know, the consumers.
Mhm.
But again, like Fubu was saying, there could be a valid reason why they're not. We don't know what's going on behind closed doors. There definitely has to be something that so many developers left. I don't know the number of how many left, but
yeah, they did do layoffs. They have done
Yeah.
layoffs this past year, and I
So-
think some key producers left too. Especially for Dragon Quest, they
Mhm.
lost their lead producer. Literally,
Yeah.
I think the year they announced Dragon Quest
Yeah.
12.
So I can definitely understand, like, you know, the game was probably going into a direction. They're like, this is not going how we want it, so let's scrap it and rewrite it. I'm just hoping they don't go through development hell like 15 did. Sorry, I'm going to bring that up. Final Fantasy 15 went through like development hell, and I'm still pissed about that.
Yeah. I wanted
Okay.
Versus 13. I didn't want 15.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody got anything else for this or?
Nope.
When it comes to Dragon Quest, I kind of missed the boat. I never really was into the original games when they initially came out. Mind you, I have the one you mentioned, Burley, Homer, Dragon Quest 11S on Steam, and I have gone in and tried. I played it once, didn't finish it, cleared the save, started again. I got clocked on at 46 hours, and I still haven't gone through the whole game. I like the art style, I like the story, I like the world, but it's something that isn't grasping me. I've even done their like Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake and the 3 remake, HD 2D remake, and still I started the 1 and 2, like it, but it didn't grab me. So
Fair.
it's one of those franchises that I do wish I had that it had its hooks stunk into me. You know what I mean? But
Oh, yeah.
it is what it is.
Fry got me into this franchise. I blame Fry. Because he got me to play the demo of, what was it? 7?
7.
Yeah, 7. Sorry, I don't know my Roman numeral numbers very well. I played the demo of that, and then I got to the end of the demo. I was like, fuck, I want to play more. Goddamn. I gotta wait for this to come out. I have another one that was for 3DS. I think I have the same one that Burley has. I bought it, never I apparently have a save on it, but I don't remember playing it. So I Kirok affected that one. I mainly just bought Dragon Quest because it was Akira Toriyama. Like I love that man. But yeah, I never played them until recently. And I also Kirok affected 7 remake. I have not beat it yet.
You'll go back to it.
Oh yeah, I'll go back to it.
I haven't played 7 remake, to be honest with you. I bought it day one, and I'm like, I'm gonna play this. I'm like, no.
I've played it, but there's some like patch on mine where it's not telling me like, oh, you need to go the search for tablet fragments. But I go talk to the guy at the stone tablet fragment section. He's like, there is none in this era. And then I go back to the past and all the different eras that I've unlocked, and there's none showing. So it's a weird thing. Like I got a fair amount in. It's like, okay. And it's like I just have to pull up a guide and try and figure out because something glitched.
Yeah.
Because I'm not if I have to restart the file, it's this game's getting dropped fully because like these are long RPGs, not what I want to do. But anyhow, let's get to the bad news. So the Steam Deck, the Steam Deck has jumped in price. I'm pulling up Steam This is the Canadian pricing before the tax and all that.
Jeez, holy cow.
The 512 is 1,129 Canadian. The 1 terabyte, 1,349. They have jumped like over 300 US. So like $500 our money.
Wow.
Like it is.
Wait. Ay caramba.
Yeah, thank you, Bart. So yeah, the U.S. side they have sold out. I get the prices had to go up because of the AI and stuff, and fuck AI.
Yep.
Like, and
Also, they're not sold out. They just got back in stock right now. I just looked.
okay. Oh,
But
when
still
it originally came,
too
they too expensive. And the thing is like Valve, when Valve was putting these out originally, they weren't really making much profit or any profit on these things. But Valve makes a ton of money because everyone on the PC gaming side, 95% of PC gaming sales are coming from Steam, small from the Blizzard launcher, small from Epic, and small from GOG. But mostly all through Valve. And it's like, Valve, why this much? Why this? Like, because... And the other thing I kind of want to get into with bringing this story, you have these at these prices. The Steam machine, because they are saying they're still committed to release this year. You going to put that thing... And there's like been price kind of rumors that like the 512 one might be like about 1,000 US, and the 2 terabyte one be like 1,500 to $2,000. And it's like, at that point, like, I'm sorry, you've priced yourself out of the market.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I had a coworker, he wants to get a Steam Deck, and I was like, brand new, you can't. At least like when I checked for the refurb, okay, they're sold out. Like the 256 gig, which is the one I have, the LCD, $399 Canadian. That's reasonable, and I can recommend that at a $399 price. It's way cheaper than what I paid. You can get your value out of it. Like if you can in the 512s in stock for $449, pay the extra $50.
Yeah. So I have the Steam Deck 512 with the matte screen. Was the first high-end one in the first gen round of gen.
Yeah.
And I think I paid like 8 something for that plus tax.
Yeah.
I paid like 600 and something with tax for the 256 because I remember we were talking. You're like, I went all in. I want the max storage.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right.
That's
insane, dude. Show the prices again.
Yeah, I was just about to go back and so there's not only that, but the dock. I remember because I got the dock originally, and I think it was 89 before tax. The dock is now 109.
Yeah,
like
that's insane.
They I like Valve, don't get me wrong, but like I remember, I think it was Epic CEO was making fun of Gabe, being like, "Oh yeah, this is them doing this to get their yachts," and fans were getting mad at Epic. It's like, no, I actually agree with them because Gabe, for those that don't know, Gabe owns a company that makes those mega yachts. Gabe is fine for money. Valve has the cash and reserves. They do some good stuff, but they also do some shitty things. CS2 Go, all the market on that with all the skins and items, and Valve takes a cut of everything that's sold on there. So Valve is just printing money. I'm sorry, like if you need, like Nintendo put the Switch 2, and they're giving you months in prep time. I think it's September it takes effect. $50 increase. A $50 increase, it's reasonable for me because of the whole AI, RAM, storage, and shortage. I hate it. Don't get me wrong. I would like to go back to the old method of console 2 to 3 years in is a lot cheaper than being the early adopter, because now how it's been is, well, if you're the early adopter, you're not the sucker anymore. You're the smart one.
Yeah,
you're paying a lot less than paying 2 years in, because paying 2 years in, you're like, oh, I think it's going to get cheaper. No, it's gone up 150%. Well, fuck me.
I don't even think the Switch 2 is this much.
Oh God,
Not
no!
even
You
close.
can get
So,
the,
like,
Not even close.
Not even close. So like,
Yeah.
the fact
Marple,
that
the Switch 2 with Mario Kart bundle.
it's a hell of a lot less than this.
Yeah, it's like $699 before
Like-
tax.
Like,
you could buy 2 Switch 2s before a 512.
Yeah.
For the price of the 512.
yeah, and like both the Steam Deck and the Switch 2, they're both technically handheld. I'm
They are.
sorry. Like, I'm sorry. I much rather go to the Switch 2 before I buy this. Yeah, sure. I have some Steam games that will be awesome to play handheld. Cool. I don't care. I'm not paying this much just to
Yeah.
play, my Witcher 3 that I have on Steam and
What about the
handheld.
Witcher 3?
No, if I wanted to play that game handheld, it's shitty for the Switch 1, but we won't talk about that. I'll just pick my Switch 1 and play it. If I wanted to play it handheld. I would not go for this. Like, this is way too much money. I feel like they might get pushback from their fans of like anything.
they are
I'm
gonna-
saying fans. Because they already are getting pushback. Like, if the Steam Deck is this much money, like Burley was saying, like, the Steam block, as I calls it, because I keep forgetting the name of it all the time.
Yeah.
It's going to be 10 times
Machine.
more than that. Yeah, I keep
Yeah.
calling it Steam block.
I mean, or no, the Gabe Cube. Come on, Gabe Cube.
Big.
But like, yeah, it's going to be like 10 times more than that. And then their fans are going to be like, I'm not paying for this. You're insane. I was trying to think of a nice way to say it.
Yeah.
Not
Don't
to mention
forget.
we still have the frame too.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I want to talk
Yeah.
about that. But
Yeah.
sorry, you guys go ahead.
Like,
Yeah.
and
I
then
was-
the Steam frame, like, that's also going to be 10 times more. I'm like, Steam, what the fuck?
To be fair, VR is pretty expensive.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it is expensive. Just it'd be, fuck you, pretty much, kind of
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah.
But to add some insult to injury, when you really put this in perspective, with the recent PS5 console changes to both the base model and the Pro, and now this, somehow the 1 terabyte Steam Deck OLED in the US is more expensive than a PS5 Pro is right now.
Damn.
That does not make any fucking sense to me that a handheld that's not even on par with the PS5 Pro is somehow more expensive than a console. It's like
Yeah.
we've definitely gone backwards with this kind of shit.
Yeah.
Well,
I
actually,
would definitely go buy PS5 Pro before I buy this. And that's saying something.
yeah, you can over here. You can get a PS5 Pro, $1,099. That's cheaper than the 512 Steam.
Freaking crazy.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm going to say what I wanted to say. I mean, I have, as I mentioned a moment ago, I have the Steam Deck. I have the original with the matte LCD screen, 512. Been a great machine. I've even installed things you're not supposed to run on it.
And that,
Yeah. So, and it's beautiful. It works. I literally use it as my retro gaming handheld.
Yeah.
One problem I had with it, not really related to anything, battery seemed to just tank within less than a year or around the year mark. I ended up buying the part because they offer parts on iFixit. I ended up buying the battery, the official battery from Valve, and replacing it myself. Was a little bit of a trick and a half, but I got it to work. But my thing isn't the Steam Deck. I'm completely blown away by the fact that these things are so expensive now. It's ridiculous. But I had in mind, because I have the HTC Vive, the original first gen for VR, and I have a computer just specifically for VR. And in my head, I was like, I'm going to wait. And then the Index, Valve released the Index some years later. There was a Vive 2, but by that point, the Vive 2 VR headset broke off. HTC was the company that made it in conjunction with Steam. But when they made the Vive 2, they broke off from Steam. So Steam made their own version, the Index, and then the Vive 2 was made by HTC solely. But I liked it. It looked cool, but it wasn't enough of a bump. I decided to wait. Index came out. I kind of missed the boat on that. And then I was like, you know what? They must be working on a new headset. And sure enough, last year, they revealed the Steam frame. And I'm thinking to myself, Perfect. That's exactly what I'm going to buy. I'm done. It's a done deal when they make that release, because they had said last year that all 3 of their new products, the Steam Deck control, the Steam controller, the the Gabe Cube, and the Steam Frame, were all coming out beginning of the year, and we're already past that point now. But of course, the Rampocalypse happened. Everything got pushed back. Everything just got messed up.
Mm-hmm.
And now they have not revealed a price yet on. I'm surprised this is still 149 bucks Canadian, the Steam controller, but they have not revealed.
I've got mine coming.
Yeah,
Next week
mine,
they'll show
I
it
haven't
up.
received email yet, so I'm surprised that they have. Well, not surprised. They haven't revealed the price on the Gabe Cube. They haven't, or the Steam machine. They haven't revealed the price on the Steam Frame. I could live without the Gabe Cube. I'm more into the VR. I wanted that so bad. Now I'm scared. I'm like, you know what? Save the freaking price. Don't release it. Keep it on hold until prices go back down. And if it's 3 years from now, I'm fine with that. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, I'm not going to buy it. It's what I want more than anything, and I'm not going to buy it. If the freaking handheld is $1,300 Canadian on the low end of the 2 that they offer, what the heck is this thing going to cost? $2,500?
It wouldn't surprise me if it was.
Yeah.
No, they won't go that much. They won't go 2,500 Canadian. They
You
will
sure?
not be. Well,
Anything's possible now at this point.
well, I get anything is possible, but they know they do that. Everyone's just going to look at them. There'll always be those people that'll bitch and complain, that'll give them the money and support this. And here's the thing: you don't like these prices, vote with your wallet.
Yeah, don't buy it.
Give them the money.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you stop supporting them and they stop getting sales on this, they learn. Oh,
They'll be like, oh shit, this is too high. We need to lower the price.
You said it though, Burley. They price themselves out. You know, like it's gonna close the door on so many people.
Well, here's the thing: you now just gave the Xbox Ally. You're giving them sales, because I'm seeing people, and especially like with the just the regular one.
Yeah,
it is like you can get those like Best Buy open boxes for like $600-700 and stuff like that. Like you are giving your competition sales, and like the Lenovo Legion Go and Go S and stuff.
Yeah,
like
I have the Go S, and it's
they have been lowering the prices. Lenovo's been, let's just get this lowered. Let's just let's take a little bit of Valve's market share here.
Yeah, it's a good system too. The Lenovo Legion Go S, I have it. It's got 32 gigs of RAM out of the box, so it's like, and it's got the Z1 Extreme chip, which is still a great chip. And then on top of that, if you're willing to, you could do what I did. You can actually go through some instructions online, pop it open, and change the NVMe SSD inside. I threw in a freaking 4 terabyte when 4 terabyte was less than $300. Now 4 terabyte is like
reasonable.
$2,000. Yeah, that handheld I have is appreciated.
Well, that's the funny thing. You could take that 4 terabyte out right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I'm listening to you guys talk about this, and the only thing I'm thinking is, hey, I can make a profit on my Steam Deck if I sell it. That's the only thing I'm considering that, because I'm not using it. I might as well sell it and get the money back and make some. I guess now I can't. My girlfriend gave it to me. I don't do that to gifts.
Well, depends. How much do you love your girlfriend?
She's gonna allow me to play GTA 6. She's gonna allow me to play GTA 6. That's the reason.
Okay, you better be saving for some jewelry, is all I'm saying.
For sure.
No, it was a gift, so I don't do that. But no, this is getting to the point. It's getting ridiculous, in my opinion. I know we're talking about everything Steam. I am very, very, very interested in the Steam machine. That's something that I would probably put my consoles on the side if I have that, so I can have something specific for gaming. But the way things are going, I think it's going to be hella expensive. They're gonna, despite the fact I know they have good promotions like the Steam's the summer sales. It's like crazy. They give great games at very low prices. But I don't think that is enough for someone to be like, oh, I'm gonna spend 1,500 or like Merkel was saying, 2,500 or whatever. Things are getting way too expensive at this point, guys. You know how we're gonna game all together. I have a plan for us to game all together, and it's cheap. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna take my Monopoly. I'm gonna put on the camera on top of it, and I'm just gonna play Monopoly with you guys. And I'm gonna throw the dice. That's how we're gonna do online gaming. The way that this is going, I'm gonna be like.
I call being the top hat.
Okay. Okay, you can be the cop, and I'll throw the dice.
I want to be the train.
Okay, I'll throw the dice. I'll throw the dice, and I'm. Burley, you want to buy it or you do not want to buy it? No.
I want Park Place. You take anything else, we're gonna have a problem.
And let's be honest, it's really fun because Leah has the Mandalorian Monopoly, and we went to her house. It was really, really fun. We had the fight because I wanted to buy stuff, but she wouldn't sell to me. So
Well, this is the way, Fubu.
This is the way. This is the way to play actually, because the way things are going, we won't be able to buy stuff. We won't. I'm praying so my computer doesn't fritz, because I don't want to spend thousands. And mind you, my best friend is a tech whiz. He builds me computers for half of the price if I ask him to do that. And I still don't want to spend money on that shit because things are getting way out of control when it comes to prices. And us as gamers, we're in the short end of the stick because we have to pay if you want to play. And like Burley was saying, we need to vote with our wallet, but sometimes we need to play. Sometimes we need to play.
Yeah.
We need to do something, because I said this a few weeks ago, and I'll say it again. Going outside, hang out outside, is getting
Don't exist.
it's getting more expensive than staying at home. And I'm lucky because I live in fucking beautiful place, in tropical island. It's sunny, it's warm. Like even in winter, I can go outside and enjoy the sun. You guys in Canada are fucked. You go outside, you're gonna get tons of snow. You have to stay inside. You need to do something. So,
Well, it's either tons of snow or you're gonna get burnt like a crisp out there.
Yeah,
So
Very
it's
much.
about.
So
I
it's
could get
better
burned
to
by a
stay
Chris
inside.
tomorrow too.
yeah. So it's better to stay inside gaming. So that's why, like, when COVID hit, I have never seen so many people, like people that work in electronic stores. They were so happy because people knew they were going to stay at least 2 months inside the house, like we all did. And you have no idea how many Nintendo Switches, PlayStations, Xboxes, new PCs. They ran out of it because people knew they would have to stay stuck inside, and it was cheap compared to what it is now, right? And that's what I'm telling you. This is not good for us gamers. It's. I understand it's disappointing, despite the fact that I understand, and I hate price hikes, but it's the way things are going nowadays.
Yeah.
You hit the nail. This isn't affordability. Like this is just gaming is getting. You're pricing everyone out. And in the case of Valve, yes, I get it. They are not making, like, I've heard people trying to defend it, being like, well, they're not making as much as like Sony or Microsoft and buying as much hardware, so they can't get the big bulk discounts. Yes, that is true. They are not getting that. But the amount of money they make from just Steam game sales, not to mention if you're selling the trading cards, they take a cut of that. All the fucking skin market from CSGO. Valve has money. Valve has tons of money. They are sitting on money. It's just the thing of Valve's like, why do we have to pay them? Get them to pay for it. We want to keep it all. And it's like, I understand, like, if they put a small increase, it sucks. But this much, it's like you guys have lost touch. And then the people that are like, oh, I want this, I want this, I want this. I get it. You want it and you want it. But if you can hold out, do not reward them, because if you spend the money now on the Steam Deck at these prices, you're just rewarding the bad behavior. Like, I'm hoping the Steam frame is like here in Canada, I'm hoping it's under, like, I would love to see it for like under, like have it like $600 kind of thing. I'd like to see, but I think it's gonna go at least.
It's gonna be pricey.
It's gonna be past 1,000.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
For
past-
sure. It will, because that headset is a standalone headset. Also, it works in conjunction with the PC. Also, you can grab the micro SD card out of your Steam Deck, pop it in there, and continue to play the game. Not necessarily in VR, but at least on a huge screen. All those features. It comes with a dongle, or you can connect it with a cable. All those features are not going to come cheap. All that flexibility.
You're going to be paying the premium for that, like, where it's not like, because I can only go the pricing for like the Meta headsets, because those are the ones I see all the time. Amazon is already putting them on sale, and like you could get those cheap for like, or cheaper, like they're like $300-400. I still remember, and I kind of regret it, the one year that I remember walking to a Best Buy around holiday time, and they had, I think it was the Meta Quest 2, and you got Resident Evil 4 VR, and I think it was like the Beat Saber. So the two games you'd actually play, $199. And I remember just, I was like, in Canadian money, I was just like, oh, this is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but at the same time, I'm like, I then have to find a space to have that I can actually move around and do it. And then not to mention, I'm going to play this thing like 5 times and never play it again. And I could spend that money on martinis instead.
Shaken, but not stirred, of course. Right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Or Fireball.
I don't want to say anything more on this.
No. We don't need Fireball anymore.
Yeah. All I'll say is, normally, I think I've said in the past, if there's hardware out there you really want, buy it now. But honestly, if you don't need a Steam Deck, don't waste your time. If you can build a PC, don't wait for the Gabe Cube at this point, because it's going to be expensive. And if you need VR, there's a lot of options that are cheaper, honestly.
Yeah.
Especially from Meta. If you just want VR, just go for it at this point.
You're talking to me, you know that?
I know I am.
Or just hit Yurok in
I
the
am talking to
DMs
you.
and offer to buy his VR.
I got a Meta Quest 2 already. I'm good. So, but yeah, I'd say honestly, don't waste your time on this. And go look for alternatives if you can, because I don't feel like you really need what Valve is offering at this moment.
Yeah.
All right. So let's move to our next story. 007 First Light has sold 1.5 million copies in the first 24 hours, claiming the fastest selling title in IO Interactive.
That don't surprise me. To be quite honest. This game was highly anticipated by people.
Yeah.
One, two, three.
1, 2, 3. Yes. As a fellow agent myself, it's like I am very happy to see that in a sense the Bond franchise is back, and it's doing well, especially in the video game space, because he's been, despite the film, it's been 5 years since the last film. It's been even longer since the last AAA video game. So I'm glad to see that it's doing well, and hopefully we do get a sequel relatively soon. Because I've loved everything about it. So I'm glad it's doing well so far, especially within the first 24 hours. So that makes me happy, especially if IO continues to make more Bond games. I'll be there day one, definitely. Okay. And maybe if Hitman 4 exists at any point in time, I'll be there too.
Crossover.
Yep.
Without spoiling anything, Agent Fryman, how far have you gotten?
I'm about 80% done, because in my very first playthrough, I played for 8.5 hours, and I looked it up. I was more than 70 to 80% done with the main campaign.
Holy smokes!
In one day, I pretty much played 3/4 of the game, and I was like, considering I'm very familiar with IO because it very much is Hitman at its core in a few ways. Just a diet Hitman because this is
Mixed
Bond
with
at the end.
Uncharted.
Mixed with Uncharted, yeah.
Mhm.
So it's like this felt like, you know, putting on a nice comfy suit, you know. So it was very easy for me to get into it and get what this game was going for. And so yeah, I was really enjoying it. I will just say my only criticisms, because I said I would say more about it, it's slow. The first 2 or so hours, while enjoyable still from a story point of view, I liked the interactive tutorials that they pretty much had. It was slow.
Mhm.
Like the plot does not get going until the actual real first mission gets going in the game, and I won't spoil it any more than that. But
Got
that
it.
first mission, that was good. That was the actual first mission. That was good. That was good stuff.
Oh, I want to say stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say the floor is yours.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't want to spoil anything either. And like I said, I am nowhere near as far as you or even Burley. 3.5 hours, literally, I put in when I first streamed it the day
Okay.
after it came out. And okay, there were a couple of spots where I can nitpick on the story and the believability of something. I don't want to say anything without giving things away, but there's a part where something is revealed to the main character, and I'm thinking, yeah, no, that wouldn't happen. He just got onboarded. You're down here in the company. The person who onboarded him is up here at the top of the company. Why would they reveal this to him? But either way, I can overlook that because I did get the sense out of it that it was super. It was like a movie. It was like me watching a movie, but I get to participate in it. I got to get a little better in the combat, but the combat, it feels like it's just one of those things that'll grow on you, and then it's going to be second nature, kind of like being a ballerina. You practice. Eventually, you get really good without even trying. At least that's what I think. My initial impression is.
Yeah.
Aside from that,
speaking of ballerina, the final boss is John Wick.
Oh.
I'll be honest.
Nice.
I won't lie though. If that John Wick game, at least from the combat sense, plays like this Bond game, I think that'd be one of the best games ever.
Nice.
Just saying up front.
I
feel like John Wick in a few areas,
Nice.
especially when you
gonna
get to the
say-
later set pieces.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I am going to say I can absolutely see influence from Uncharted and influence from Hitman. You can absolutely see influence from those games in this game. Aside from that, as I was streaming, and I did this on live on Twitch as I was streaming, I made some predictions. Don't tell me. Can I blurt out my predictions? I mean, I'm not spoiling.
You can blurt out your predictions, but also I will say, given you mentioned the story, I think I know what you're critiquing exactly. The only thing I'd say is the story, when you play it, will probably make more sense.
Okay, but my prediction isn't based off that critique. My prediction was, because you could tell. I don't want to give things away for people who haven't played. Bond, in his entry into the spy world, befriends a couple of people. That's all I'm going to say. And I was predicting something down the line will cause things to butt heads between them. That's all I'm going to say. That's my prediction, right? Because
You'll
I could
find out.
see it coming, but I'll find out. I don't know if that's accurate. I have a couple of different versions, but I'm not going to say them because I don't want to spoil it for other people who haven't played yet. So, but
you'll find out.
yeah, okay. See, that's what I'm saying. Oh my god, ugh, I can't wait to get there.
I could say things, but I won't.
Okay, I'm not Kirok affecting this game. This game I'm finishing, and once I get this off my plate, I'm going back to Mafia, the old country, and I'm going to finish that before I even get back to Oblivion and Crimson. But anyways, yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Well, me, from my part, I haven't seen Fryman in the week since this game came out. So I haven't seen him. So I can
He's
say
been
I'm
radio
not-
silent.
Yeah,
I've
but
been on
I've
a mission, as you can tell.
Yeah, exactly. Undercover. No, but I saw Kirok streaming. Burley, you were streaming it as well, if I remember correctly. I saw some other people streaming, and yeah, the game looks really, really good. I can't go into the game itself because I don't know a lot of stories, but I can tell you what I've seen on the internet. one positive and one not as positive. I'm going to start with the not positive one, which is the driving sections. The guy was playing the game, and he was holding the controller like this, and the truck was driving itself basically. So,
Oh.
but maybe it was
Yeah.
on easy mode, whatever. I can judge.
I'm playing it on
I
easy.
I can tell you this because I know the part you're talking about.
Yeah.
That is a scripted moment, 100%.
It is scripted. Okay, see,
It's meant to be like a scripted set piece moment. So
Okay.
it's understandable why that is. I do think they could have fleshed out the driving sections because
Okay.
there's really only like, I want to say 2 that are actually like that, but there is
Okay.
more, slightly more. But a lot of them are just you holding a button pretty much, and the game will
You're
auto
holding
drive.
right trigger and that's your
Yeah.
gas.
You're pretty much, and then the game, even if you make like deviations, will just, it's literally like basically guiding you in a straight line. But it's like, I will say they could have put a cutscene there. I will say that could have just been a moment where a cutscene, like I didn't have to drive really. So that's a
Okay.
critique, but it's like it's such a minor part of the game that I'm not really upset about it. I get the criticism, but it's just kind of like, okay, you're just nitpicking at that fucking point, to be honest with you.
Sorry, 1 second. Sorry. So that someone. I'll continue what I'm saying. Sorry, 1 second.
We've lost. We've
I'm
lost.
looking forward to doing another stream and continuing.
Nice.
Yeah, I can't wait. Are you planning to stream it at all or no?
Potentially.
Okay.
It just, yeah, I figured I wanted to beat the game because that's a thing I've noticed with myself. It's like games that I inevitably want to do a review with, like how we keep saying we want to do Mouse PI and inevitably Pragmata. If my first playthrough is a stream, I'm getting the idea that I'm not going to finish it because I have to force myself to play it on stream, and I've realized, especially with this one, it's like, I actually could have beaten this game literally within a day if I wanted to, but I had to work the next day, and I did regret it because my sleep was fucked for the past day and a half.
No, he regrets not finishing the game.
I regret not finishing it. I should have just called out of work.
Damn right.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm sick. I'm getting ready for my mission, so I can go to work.
Sorry. I gotta go.
So,
I'm quitting. Okay, bye.
no,
Sorry, go ahead, Fubu.
No, just finishing my thought. And the other thing that's very, very nice that I read is that they are saying that the actor playing Bond is top 2 Bond. I think this is recency biased, to be honest. But they're saying like, is it top 2 Bond? They're saying that because he is not a game actor. He is an actor. He's been in other stuff, big stuff, and of course nowadays video game acting and real life acting, it's blending into just one thing. Because because of technology, and they are saying that he should. I think it's MGS. I think the guys making the MGM
and Amazon.
MGM, and they're saying that MGM should pay attention to this guy, maybe because they are still trying to find the new Bond, and if they want to go with the newer version of Bond. And let's be honest, because the game is being very successful with the story, all of its elements. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not saying that they should adapt this game to movie, but because it's being very well received, I wouldn't be surprised if the next James Bond ends up being a younger one. Because let's be honest, the way the last Bond ended, it ended in a way that it's done. It's kaput. Finito.
Or that Bond is done anyway.
Yeah, that's something that was never been clear. They don't say if 007 is a title, if or James Bond is a title, if it's a guy. They never. It's a bit blurry.
James Bond is a guy, but 007's a title. It's just but James Bond, no matter what, in 007 are intersected with one another. You can't really have one or the other.
Exactly, but you have several James Bonds. Different actors playing James Bond, and if they decide, let's say, to reboot everything, they can start from zero, like restarting a new universe. And if they decide to reboot, then they might go with the younger guy, and maybe this guy could go to the movies, like beef up a little bit to get.
Well, he is young. He is only
he
31.
is young. Yeah, exactly. And they might start because it will give room for him to make like 3-4 movies, like, and he can finish when he's like on his 40 something. You know, they could do that. I think, but yeah, I'm enjoying the fact that people are not focusing on graphics or gameplay. They are saying that his performance, the story is good. And this is something fresh when it comes to video games nowadays, because everyone says, look how shiny it is. And then you turn to the story and it's a turd. And this is the other way around. Not saying that the gameplay is a turd, not saying that, but people are focusing a lot on the story. People are invested, like that part that you were telling Kirok about. Oh, this guy, and in the future, I was on that part of the stream that he was mentioning. I was in that part of the stream, and yeah, people are very focused on the story, and I do love seeing that.
Yeah, but that is true. I could see the actor who's playing Bond in the game very easily transferred to being the new live action Bond in the films, because I'd say for brand synergy, because it's what they really would want at the end of the day, and this is a lot of people's first exposure to Bond. So imagine like the next game or two, like if this is a trilogy hypothetically, and then we get a trilogy of films, it's like they could easily just intersect with one another, be canon to one another, and they have their own little universe with the game and the movie and the movies. That all depends though, because games take longer than a movie tends to make. It all depends on schedule and all that. But
exactly.
I wouldn't be mad if the actor does become the new live action Bond. But I'm also like, it could be fine. It could be whoever they choose. I think it'll be fine, especially because I'm a fan of the director who's directing the new film. So
Villeneuve, right?
Yeah, Denis Villeneuve. Yeah,
Denis Villeneuve.
who's done Dune as well as Blade Runner 2049.
Nice.
So I'm perfectly fine with what direction they could go, no matter what they do. It's just hopefully it's executed well. But yeah, I'd say it would be a surefire hit if they just decide, all right, the game and the movies are pretty much canon, their own little universe, pretty much, because this is the game is the perfect template, given it's James Bond at the beginning of his career, and no matter, they can take that in any direction they want to, but. It would be interesting. I feel like that would be their best surefire slam dunk in terms of, getting a successful game franchise and then a successful movie franchise with this new Bond, since Amazon now owns MGM and the license. But only time will really tell, because we have no idea. But so far, I'm just happy that it's good.
You know that Villeneuve wanted Benedict Wong to play 007.
I don't believe that.
No, that's actually news. I'm not joking. He wanted to go check it out, and Benedict Wong. I think that would be the Wong Bond. I think it's not a good one to have. Come on, Wong Bond. It's a good one. It's a good joke.
It is funny, but I'm like, I know you're full of it. Well, the name is Bond. Wong Bond.
Wong Bond.
Yeah.
But the news is real. The news is real.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm getting to that point that I'm old and I believe everything that's on the internet.
I think that's the point.
If it's online, it's true.
Exactly.
Yeah, it has to be true, right? It's online. No one would lie to me.
Yeah, exactly. Anybody got anything else for 007?
Oh,
I do want to play it though.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
that's fine. I do want to play it. I'll eventually get to it. Well, I'm no longer Poe.
Hey, you're gonna get a job. You're gonna get a job soon.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Alrighty, now here is some news that actually did surprise me a little bit here. We're getting another Call of Duty, and yes, I know Fubu's the most excited out of all of us because he's the biggest Call of Duty person ever. You think his EAFC addiction is, he puts a lot of time in that? No, he's a Call of Duty master. I swear. They're putting Call of Duty Modern Warfare gets announced coming in October, and it is coming day one to the Switch 2. they announced October 23rd. Now, we didn't see any gameplay running on the Switch 2, but they have confirmed like mouse control is working on that, like the mouse mode with the Joy-Con and stuff like that, as well as some of the other features. So it's like this is a surprise, but a little bit of a surprise because we've not had a Call of Duty on a Nintendo platform since the Wii U. It's been since the Wii U where they had Black Ops 2 and Call of Duty Ghost were on the Wii U. You know, because the Wii U did not sell. They didn't try any with the Switch. So it did surprise me. But remember a few years ago when Microsoft was buying Activision, this was one of the things they had to have in there, that they had to sell Call of Duty, not just keep it on the Xbox platform. They had to put it there, and they said, you know, we're willing to work with Nintendo and put it to Nintendo. And seeing the success of the Switch 2, it's like, yeah, this actually has me very interested. Now, this is definitely, if they put this out as a physical cartridge, this is a key card.
Definitely.
There is no way they are not going to pull a CD Projekt Red, get this on a 64 gig cartridge, and unless they're porting the original Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 from the Xbox 360 or PS3, that you could get on a 64 gig cartridge. But yeah, this is you're going to have to get a micro SD Express just for Call of Duty.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
This is the one with most of my Nintendo games, and this is the one for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4.
Yeah. I'll say also they're skipping last gen finally, so this is actually the first Call of Duty game that's been made with next gen consoles in mind, and the Switch 2, of course. So I'm glad to see they're finally doing something with that whole Nintendo deal they did like 3 years back. But and obviously the Switch 2 is probably somewhat easier to develop than say the Series S, because the Series S always has some problems everyone will talk about. So, but it's cool that they're taking advantage of the hardware that the Switch 2 is going to offer them, as well as the mouse mode. So, and I don't really play much Call of Duty anymore, but I have liked this new rebooted timeline they've made with Modern Warfare, because I did like the Modern Warfare games growing up. Especially because I was the target demographic when those games were popular. Still in high school by the time Modern Warfare 3 first came out, but I was like, nah, I want to play Uncharted 3. That's more fun. So, but yeah, no, I did like those games, especially with friends. So I'm curious about this. Modern Warfare 3, the new one, was dog shit. So I pray that
1 and 2 were good.
Yeah, the 1 and 2 reboots pretty good. The free, that was dog shit. That could have just been DLC.
Well, that's the trophy list. It was DLC for your Modern Warfare.
Yeah, it pretty much was. Yeah, so yeah, I'm interested. Especially with what the trailer had to show. So I'm going to keep my eye on it. So, but it's also like, yeah, I'm not surprised. It's another Call of Duty game, so I'm not too shocked that we're getting one. It's just, this one actually has my interest because Black Ops 7 we all know how that one turned out. So hopefully they learn something, but only time will tell with this title.
Yeah. Okay.
Burley will buy it, and Burley's going to buy it because it's on Switch too. So there you go.
No. I joked as a joke for my anniversary stream. Make that a goal. If it gets met, I have to buy it. But
I did see that. Yeah.
Merple said no to that. Merple said no.
Yeah.
Liar! No, you're buying it. If the goal gets met, you're buying it. The goal don't get met, well, it don't get met.
As far as Call of Duty,
sorry.
So that's okay. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Merple's gonna make sure that goal gets met. He's gonna be talking to everyone and being like, "This needs to get met. This needs to get met. This needs to get met." He's gonna get his inner Blofeld met and call all the members of Spectre.
Yeah.
I haven't played Call of Duty in ages. It's just been a franchise that I've fallen off of. If I ever played any of them, it was mainly for the campaign, more so than the online, because I just really suck at the online.
They used to have great campaigns back in the day.
Yeah. So
the original Modern Warfare.
Eventually, they
Modern
dropped
Warfare
campaign.
2.
They dropped them in some.
Black Ops
Uh,
4 was the one where they dropped it.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
was like,
Black
"Yep,
Ops
that's
4.
it. I'm done." But it's good to see. Like, it's good to see that they're, even though they're going back to an older game, at least they're porting it to Switch 2, and the Switch 2 is something that they're able to consider and develop for. Hopefully, when they finish it, it's deliverable in a playable fashion, meaning it's not crappy. I hope they really optimize it and get it to work well, so that when people play it, they're okay with it. Like it, it's just, it's good to see that the Switch 2 isn't getting left out, and that's all I really have to say. Like, I don't, I'm not gonna get it. I'm not a Call of Duty guy anymore, and I will be back.
He's going to go pre-order Call of Duty. He was lying to us.
Yeah.
I do like these more recent Call of Duties. My favorite one is actually Black Ops 1 because it goes through the Cold War. It has a very good twist at the end with Reznov. Yeah, there was a time, like Burley was joking, but there was a time I did play. Like, I did play Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3. I did play those. I played Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2. I didn't play because it got a little bit too modern, and by the time 2 came out, like, I was drifting away from first person shooters. The only reason that I played Modern Warfare 3 was because I want to finish the story. And then when they killed Soap, on spoilers by the way, when they killed Soap, I was so sad because Soap was a character that came from 1, 2, part of 3. So yeah, it was, I did enjoy it. They had very good stories at the time. Then I think it was Call of Duty Ghosts. It started to go downhill and things didn't go as much. And but like I said, by the time I had quit playing first person shooters as much as I did before. But yeah, this is good looking at this and coming to the newest generation. Yeah, we're at the point that this generation is fastly becoming the old one, because let's be honest, and with all the news that we did with Steam, and maybe in 1 maximum 2 years a new generation is going to be out. This one, so companies have to leave the old generation, focus on this one, and then start preparing for the next one. And let's be honest, in 4 years we're all going to be playing PlayStation 6 and I'm not going to say a Switch 3, but the next Xbox. This will be the old generation, and games will be out for this generation and the next generation, and it's a cycle. The Switch 2 OLED. That's a good one. It's a good and yeah, that's basically. I think I'm very happy to see this. Hopefully, it's a good game, because I do understand that people love to play that. People from our generation love to play that game, those types of games. So yeah, I'm happy to see this. And if it has a good story, I might give it a go if they give it for free.
Oh,
Eventually.
this I'm actually excited because Affinity Ward of the main devs of Call of Duty have always been my favorite ones. I love the original Modern Warfare 1. Like I remember my dad got that. He actually got it. The store broke Street Dick by 1 day.
Oh wow, okay.
And he got that, putting that in and just playing the campaign. We played the campaign so much and then never touched the online, But I remember going through, doing the different difficulties and going through, especially like Gillies in the Mist. That is one, like, I don't care if you're not into first person shooters, that is one of the best stealth levels of all time, because you actually have choices in it. Okay, do we shoot them? We take them out silently, or do we let them pass? You use some, like, it is a really great stealth mission. And it's like, I loved when they brought it back with Modern Warfare Remake in 2019. My dad picked it up. We played that. That was a lot of fun. The Modern Warfare 2, I picked it up. I didn't finish the campaign, but I really had enjoyed, especially I know Fryman's going to get this reference. Hold L2 to disengage.
Yeah.
But but they're so much fun. They're a lot of fun. You can just sit. You have your action, your cheesy moments, your machismo, and like they really did with these remakes, they brought Captain Price back and really did good with Captain Price, fan favorite character. Modern Warfare 3, yeah, that campaign was bad until the Black Ops 7 team says, "Oh, you think that's a bad campaign? Hold my beer. We'll show you. We will show you how to make a bad campaign." Like, so it's like I'm hoping they learn, and like they are doing, you know, they're doing a different kind of enemy in this, being like, you know, kind of like targeting. It's like maybe making this as Koreans as the villains, and we're getting a Call of Duty. They're showing more of the game in June, in early June, with they're basically not E3 with all these Summer Game Fest stuff, and it's like, yeah, I will definitely keep my eye. And I have a good feeling that this goal is going to get met, and I'm going to have to get this for the Switch 2, and I'm gonna have to play this game on the Switch 2 version.
Probably will. Yeah.
Probably will. Oh, please! I already know you and the other members of Spectre are working on it.
I'm the agent here. You're talking to the wrong guy.
Oh, I'm talking to Merple.
Yeah, you're talking to you got to talk to Purplefeld over there. I'm the one that would try to stop him, but only stop him.
I know
like
you're trying to
moment.
stop. I know you've been sent to investigate Spectre. Yes.
I thought you were going to call me Purple Fucker for a second. I was like, wait, what?
Not that rude. Not that rude. No.
Alrighty. I think that's enough for Call of Duty. Now this Crimson Desert, its latest patch finally adds controller remapping and dozens of new pets and animations. Finally, controller remapping, because that was a thing everyone has complained. I know both Kirok and Fry have asked and said, like, I would love to just rebind these controls. Doesn't matter what platform you're on the game for this. And it's like, now this has me, like, I've been wanting to play the game, but it's like, if I can't remap the controls and people don't like the controls, even people that like this game, it's like, I kind of can't be bothered to want to sit and spend the money. Now it's okay if this goes cheap enough, or if I get the Amazon alert, the deluxe edition with the Steelbook is back in stock on Amazon. I'm gonna.
You just want the Steelbook.
Well, I'm not gonna lie on that. I'm gonna hear Fubu saying, "Do it, buy it, Burley, buy it, Burley."
Buy it, get an army of fat cats.
I did say that. I did say that. Yeah, buy it, Burley.
Yeah. Yeah, you should buy it, Burley.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'll just say I'm glad they're finally doing that. Kind of too little, too late, I would say. But hey, it's here. I'll be honest with you though. The game I think is fine, but I've dropped it because I'm just kind of like it. Outside of the open world, outside of the combat and some other things, I felt the more I've played it, the more I'm like, this is just fine. Really,
Hot
I feel
girl
like
at the club.
Hot girl at the club. Hopefully, minus the dong part. I just don't click with her at all. Oh fuck! But honestly, it's fine. I just feel like it's weird how this game got so big, really, and how people really will like this. When I'm like, I just think it's fine. But everyone's acting like this is game of the year, and I'm just like, no. There are better games that have come out this year. I think is game of the year. Honestly, I see myself genuinely beating GTA 6 more than I see myself beating this. And it's not just due to the fact I do like Grand Theft Auto, but it's just mainly like the one thing this game has that's just pulled me away is just the characters and stories might as well be non-existent, because I literally don't give two shits about anything that happened in this game. I only like it because it leads to fun set pieces. Because the last time I played it, I fought a boss that literally you fight in a reed field, and he has the ability to literally just go invisible and teleport out of nowhere. And that fight was very well, both fun to play but very well choreographed for the cutscenes that are in it. Outside of those kind of moments, I don't care for Crimson Desert. Like, it is the most 7 out of 10 game I think I've played all year, to be honest with you.
Oh my God!
it's,
What are you saying?
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm actually with you on the story. I believe you're 100% right. Nailed on the head. Like hit the nail on the head. That's the saying. The story there is non-existent, and the little pieces that you get as you're kind of recollecting your crew back into the camp, it's too far and few between, right? It's just not. It's not consistent. It's a lot of fun. The combat is great. Visually, it looks amazing. And I'm a sucker for the exploration and discovery. That's the thing I like the best. It was clunky initially. I got so used to the clunky controls, and now we have the advantage of being able, with this new update, being able to remap them if we want. I haven't even loaded the game. I've actually stopped playing it myself because of 007. But even before then, I went back to Oblivion, and it's a game that is just, in my opinion, vastly superior to Crimson Desert. That's my own personal opinion. But I know exactly what you're talking about in terms of controls and them being clunky, and they still are. To the point where me playing 007, I kept hitting the wrong button to interact with stuff because I'm so used to Crimson Desert. And then I'm like, well, this should be the button for sprint, and this should be the button. And oh my goodness. But yeah, so I think it's great that they're not stopping, that they're supporting the game in this way. And apparently they added a whole bunch of new pets too that you can befriend, right? So I think it's great. I think it's excellent. Is this a game of the year contender? I think when it came out, yes, but I think it's going to suffer from what you said, Fubu. It's people are just going to forget about it because it's at the beginning of the year, and other things like 007 is coming out, Pragmata came out, and those are going to leave a more lasting impression by the time it gets to the end of the year. I even believe games like Resident Evil 9 is going to suffer from that because it came out before this game, right? So
yeah, I'd say Resident Evil has more staying power because everyone still is, to a degree, still talking about it, especially with the especially with the story of, especially with the recent roguelike mode that just came out, and then the DLC that got announced, and everyone's already theorizing that it's going to get announced.
Relevant.
It's the story element. It's what's making it last, because again, on this day and age, it could be fun gameplay and beautiful world, but you need something to make it stay. And that's the problem with Crimson Desert. It doesn't have a story. That's what I feared way before the game came out. I feared that because that's what's going to last. Because we all love Pragmata. Why? We love Pragmata because of the story, the connection between you and Diane. That's what makes people talk about it.
And because you can play hide and seek with her.
Yes, you can. But there's that behind, like that's the connection, like the bonding that you do with the girl. You go with Resident Evil 9. One of the things is when they finish the game, hey, Leon has a ring. Who is he married to? Is it Claire? Is it Ada? Who is it? There's a story behind.
It's Chris.
Yes, could be Chris. Could be Chris.
Oh no. Yeah, but it's also like, those games are also shorter. They're more fun to play, and you actually are interested to seeing what's happening. Resident Evil, you can make the arguments because it's a sequel, but Pragmata was a new IP, and people still like that game and are still talking about it because it's a game that doesn't outlive its welcome. But also, to go back to what Kirok said about Oblivion, it's a remaster. People have proven already that it is a game that people liked. The remaster doesn't change that. But it's also just like, you realize, though, it's just like, that game, despite not being the scale of Crimson Desert that it is, it has so many things that make it stand out compared to Crimson Desert. It may not have the best combat, but it has a better story. It may not have the most interesting world, but you remember it more than Crimson Desert. Can you really point?
Even the side quests are way better.
Yeah, even the side quests, because all the side quests in Crimson Desert are the equivalent of an MMO fetch quest, from what I've played, and I'm just like, this is fun in short bursts, but it's not a game I feel like it's going to leave a lasting impact still, the one thing I'll give it though, it has the best post-launch support I've ever seen of any game, because they almost instantly, within a day, once an issue gets reported, it's fixed.
Yeah.
So that alone, I would give them credit for. They are better than most AAA devs nowadays in terms of fixing issues.
I feel like this game was very much they did not care about the state. The story was an afterthought.
Yep.
They made the combat, like the world, everything like that. And then they're like, oh, shoot, we need a story for this. So games like, the reason why people like, Pragmata, Resident Evil, 007 is because they were very much story first, everything else after. With this game, they done it the opposite. Everything else first, story last. So the story really much suffered because they didn't have a clear of, okay, what do we want this story to be about? Yes, Oblivion is a remastered, and yes, the combat is better in Crimson Desert than Oblivion. Oblivion has a story to it, and it has they thought of the story first. Okay, everything else after. Yes, Tamriel is more memorable than whatever world Crimson Desert is called, and then Cyrodiil. There we go. That's the name of where Oblivion is in.
Yeah, I think it's Piewell, if I'm not mistaken, for Crimson Desert.
Okay, Cyrodiil is more memorable because of its environment and the story within the environment. I asked people, it's like, what's the story of Crimson Desert? And no one could tell me. I'm like, okay, cool. The world looks pretty. Yes, chunky fat cats. I can make them have clothes and stuff like that. Cool. What's the story? And no one can tell me. I'm like, well,
it's about how the desert became so crimson.
But I wanted to play this when it first launched, but now I'm like, I don't even think I want to pick this up. I have other games to play with stories.
Damn it, because I really like the game, but you guys are so right. Sorry.
The game does look very pretty. It looks very beautiful. I will give it a go, but not right now.
Yeah, this is a deep sale game at the end of the day for me. Now that I've played enough of it, I just feel like, deep sale.
Yeah. I'll give it a go eventually, just not right now.
Burley will buy it when it goes to Switch 2. That's how it works.
If it goes to Switch 2, I'm very interested to see how it will look.
Yeah.
It'll run okay enough, I think.
I'll be forced to get it on Switch 2 is what you mean to say. Not I'll buy it.
I mean, you said it. I mean, you said it, not me. I was just saying you're gonna play it if it goes to Switch 2. You're saying you're being forced. I'm not the one who's saying words. Purplefeld said it. Made you say it.
What does Levi think of the game?
He has fat cats in it. He'll be happy. Because he's very much of a chonker himself.
Alrighty, anything else on Crimson Desert or?
We're good.
Alrighty. Persona 4 Revival may be coming sooner than expected. We've been waiting for this. It has been rated in Korea. So we could be seeing it. And plus, as we've seen, we saw the one little tease a while back, but remember they have done stuff I think it was with Persona 3 Reload. There was stuff shown with the Xbox event the one year, and then it came. So we could be getting an announcement at this Xbox event next Sunday. And who knows, we could just get, hey, the game is coming September, or could it go into February? We have no concrete information, but I could see this game coming soon. Atlas is good at getting their games out and getting their games out usually quite well, especially with Metaphor, Persona 3 Reload lately, and This is one people have been asking for, is Persona 4 Reload or Revival.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
This is the
kidding.
the remake of Persona 4 Gold, right? The revamped and remade and everything.
Yeah, it's a remake, pretty much.
Yeah,
Whether or not they'll keep the content of Golden, we'll see how it goes.
Hmm.
But I will say, just to my own little nitpick, Burley, I didn't want a Persona 4 remake. Atlas wanted one because they wanted money. I'll play it anyway. I'm not going to complain. It's one of my favorite RPGs. I've come around to the idea that Persona 4 is getting a remake because I felt it wasn't a game that needed one. But now as time has passed, I'm like, all right, if as long as it's good, I won't complain. So, but yeah, if it's been rated already, then it's a good clear sign it's ready to release. So I'm not too surprised. It's just, yeah, they haven't really said anything given. When it was initially released last year, it felt like they had no choice but to reveal it because several of the original voice actors from Persona 4, the English ones, they revealed they're not supposedly returning for the remake. So at that point, it's like it was kind of a worst kept secret because if actors who aren't even in your game are basically leaking its existence, then yeah, it's probably true at this point. So I feel bad they kind of had to do that, but it's also like they had no choice in the matter. So, but I'll give this a try no matter what form it takes. I just hope it's good.
I remember playing this game, not the original one. I played the golden one on the PS Vita. Yeah, on the Vita. Yeah, I played it. I don't remember the story that much, but I remember I was.
Hey.
It's on the Vita, but I have a blue screen, so because it's a blue case, you lose it.
Yeah. I have my original PS2 copy somewhere. I'm not going to find it, though.
I did remember the dungeon crawling aspect. I did like it a lot. I did enjoy that. I remember using a guide to, you needed to friend a certain type of person or at a certain time to reach the final dungeon. And then I kind of beat it again. And that's something that I would like to revisit because it's been so many, many years. I wouldn't mind playing this game. And I did see something about some leaks, but I ended up not watching the video about it. But I remember being a very fun game, a very fun story. It's the same type of story. New kid goes to new town, whatever.
Yeah.
It feels like it's always.
Well, that's the Persona formula.
Yeah, exactly. It's the Persona formula. Exactly. They should revert it. I live in my town for many years, and new people are arriving, and I befriend them. That's how we should have been. And that's something that if it's been rated, it should be coming out soon. Also, it has been a while. It's been like, I'm gonna say 6 years since the Persona 5 came out. I mean, Persona 5.
Persona.
I'm not saying the Royal Edition.
Yeah, no. The original game, going off of its original Japanese release, because it was not a simultaneous release, it came out in 2016.
Oh my god!
Wow!
What the?
Yeah.
Okay,
then PS3, PS4.
PS4.
And Royale was 2026 or 2020. Sorry.
Okay, so basically, let's go for the original release date. It's been 10 years almost, or 10 years depending on the month. It's been 10 years. Since then, they've released some spin-offs. Yes, they milk Persona 5 so much. There's so many.
Yeah.
You have the Dynasty.
I still say there's going to be another spin-off of 5.
There probably will be.
Probably. But yeah, they did the dance games, the tactical ones, the Muso ones. They milked the shit out of that game.
And
They
did the same with Persona 4. Just the dancing game, not the Muso one. They did 2 fighting games though. They did Persona 4 Golden. This is the PS4 limited run steelbook I bought.
Nice.
It's actually kind of nice. It's got the book that's in the game.
Damn, that's beautiful.
No,
That is Burley wants this.
Yeah. Yeah, and here it is. You know, you pull this out.
I need it. Give it.
Yeah. This is the game, and then here's the steel book. Hold on, I dropped the case. But yeah, because it's all yellow, it's like, yeah, that's the cover, and then here's the inside. So yeah, you're not allowed to have it.
That's very much mine, Burley.
Yeah, get your own.
So me personally, I would like to get a Persona 6, start to get Persona 6 news, but maybe
Well,
Yeah.
it's funny you actually mentioned that, Fubu. We actually do have Persona 6. The protagonist and release date reportedly have leaked online.
Mhm.
So we've got some concept art of it, and apparently the release date is set for 2027. That Persona 6 will have dual protagonists that's include a boy, black and red-haired girl.
Mhm.
So, yeah,
Could you scroll back up to show the designs, Burley?
Yeah.
They're right there. So these are, of course, just leaks, but apparently, according to notable leakers, these have actually been proven to be true. Like
Oh.
these are apparently true, and there was more concept art that got leaked, and a lot of what's in that concept art suggests that this is a spy themed Persona game, and the main color of the game is going to be green, which in comparison to the prior 3, which was 3 was blue, 4 was yellow or gold if we want to get technical,
Yeah.
and 5 was red, so now 6 is green.
Okay.
Nice.
So, but spy theme I like though. But yeah, a lot of people have confirmed that these concept arts are actually real. These are going to potentially be the protagonists, but at the same time, it's concept art, so that shit changes with time.
Mhm.
So. It's just a shame. I feel bad for Atlas that this game had to leak because it's been rumored we might also see this at the Summer Games Fest or the Xbox Showcase. So I feel bad for them, and it's a shame. This is how we found out about it, but that also happened to Persona 4 Reload. They accidentally leaked that game too prior to its actual release. But I don't think 2020 late 2027 is the release date. I think it's 2028 at most, given everything. But if anything, I am glad to know this game actually exists because I finally want a new mainline Persona game. I'm tired of the remakes and the spin-offs.
Yeah.
come on, you know what? Persona 5 bar manager.
No.
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 I
That's
don't want to
when
hear. I don't want to hear that shit. You get out of here. Get out of here, Homer.
It's funny that you're
Hold
saying
on,
this.
let's just call me. Okay, Persona 5 bar manager is true. And it's set for February
fuck you.
2027.
No.
Okay, I'll
No.
let Fry and them know.
The thing is, now that you're saying this, because I remember about 1 or 2 years ago, I'm going to say 1 year, so I'm not good with time. They were talking about that the new Persona would be based with cars, like they,
Yeah,
they were going.
it's like open
Yeah.
world, pretty much.
Yeah. And now it's going with spies. Maybe it had the same problems as we talked about Dragon Quest 12. Maybe they were going one way. They saw, oh, maybe it's not that good, and they're going now a different way. But again, I don't think it's 2027 because if they're going to release the Persona 4 Golden, the remake, if they release it, it's going to be too close to the next Persona game, and I think they will want to milk Persona 5 like they did with Persona 3. Like, here's the game, then there's a DLC, and they keep milking. So I'm with you, Fry. I think it's going to be middle 2028.
Yeah, I mean, I won't get mad if no matter when it comes out. I'm just glad to know this game may or may not actually be real because I've been wanting a new Persona mainline release since Persona 5 came out. So I'm just kind of like, I'm happy to know it's real. I just wish I didn't have to find out one random day on Twitter and not instead of like at a showcase or a proper trailer. So I'll give it a chance though. I will say the main characters, I'm like, I need to see what the actual game is going to look like. But yeah, these designs aren't really for me though. To be honest, it just they look too plain, to be honest. Which I guess that some of it's the point, but I'm also like, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But I do like the idea that it's a spy themed, and if it is partially open world, because that was Metaphor's whole thing, where it's like you had a whole world to explore, but you still had the calendar system to think about as you did it. So I'm like, that I'm openly fine with. It's just a matter of how they execute it and how they pace everything. Given Persona 5 was was still good, but it was unnecessarily long in some regards.
Oh God, yeah, that's the only thing. I loved 3 Reload because if you do just the story, you could beat that game in 30 hours. Like if you do the bare minimum, you can beat that game. And whereas Persona 5, you get the title card after 25 hours. Like 5, I like the story of 5, but I am not gonna lie. If you finish a dungeon early, you're waiting way too long in the change of heart. And I know, max out your social links and do all that. I can only spend so much time of doing that before I kind of just get bored and I want the plot to advance.
Yeah.
And then there are certain plot points I'm like, you could have made this a cutscene, a couple-minute cutscene, would have explained this and flowed way much better than this or that. And it's like, I bought Royale and I have the Steelbook for the PS5 and it looks nice. I want to play that version, but I also know that's like an extra 20 hours compared to the original version of 5 of the extra content. And you got to do all this and max social links of the new character and stuff to get to the final actual real extra dungeon. And it's like, yeah, no, I ain't got time. For the time to beat that game, I could beat 10 to 12 smaller games or a couple medium-sized games. Or maybe get the intro done, or get 30 cats with armor in Crimson Desert.
Yeah. Meow.
Meow.
So when it comes to Persona, I played 3 on the PS Vita sorry, not 3, my mistake. Persona 4 Golden, and I liked it.
Yes, you
I
did.
never finished it though. I found that
okay.
as I kept going through the game, I was like, okay, it's going by a calendar, and I dig that. I dig the story, them going into a television set and so on into another world. But it just got long in the tooth for me, and I never finished it. I bought 4, I bought 5, never played them. So yeah, I don't know if I'm even going to buy 6, to be honest. I don't know if I will.
Yeah,
I do like it. I do like the franchise. It's just, it's hours and hours, and
Yeah,
That's commitment.
Yeah, it's pretty much if you don't see yourself committing to it, especially the nonsense. Sometimes these games do have gameplay and story wise, of course. I'd say it's hard to get into, but I feel like once you get past that, I'd say it's definitely a franchise worth it. It's understandable that at one moment even Square Enix felt that they couldn't compete anymore, because this was during that era, that 2010 era where Final Fantasy was not good, 13 series was bad, and at one moment they sent out like a survey to their fans being like, what do you prefer, Final Fantasy, Persona, or other franchises that they had a list of, and almost everyone apparently unanimously chose Persona, because that's when Persona was starting to pick up more steam, especially when 5 Original came out. So I'd say, yeah, it's worth it if you can invest the time, but I understand how things are, so I'm still going to be there day one either way. I do like this franchise. I just would love it if they finally moved forward instead of these remakes and all these other spin-offs that ultimately I feel like isn't really doing anything for them.
Marple,
will
you got
probably
anything
play
going?
one. He'll play one of them one day.
I'll play one. I have one of them on my on Steam. I think it's the golden one. It's
Probably.
the
Persona Golden Shower?
Jesus.
all right. Bye, Levi.
Well, he wasn't like
Full hair.
he set me up perfectly for that one. I had to.
You had to.
Yeah.
that was so good.
I think it's Persona 5 Royal Edition.
I shall find it.
I'm trying to find it too. Where are you?
Yeah, Persona 4 Golden.
Oh, Persona 4 Golden. Okay. I knew I had one of them. I'll play it eventually
You should.
in my backlog of games.
One day he will.
Yeah, one day. One day when someone has a gun to my head, it's like, you must play this.
It'll probably be me, but you have to play Bubsy first.
No! That game is being uninstalled. Hold on. I'm going to uninstall it now.
Don't you
No,
dare.
you're not doing that.
That was $20, sir. You have to play it.
Is that game seriously 20? Oh my god.
Well, for me, not for you.
Well, yeah.
It's like
Either
30
way.
something more.
Either way, I would not even. I would only pay $5 for that. But...
Yeah.
Well, finish the game, then you can tell us in the review. For the. Alrighty, let's move on. We're gonna the next couple of topics. We're RPG focused on this, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, not just so. Warhorse confirms Kingdom Come Deliverance Dev confirms next installment is an open world RPG set to launch next fiscal year. So we're not going to have to wait long. I know they're very, very excited. They were very, very happy with how Kingdom Come's Deliverance 2 did and all the accolades it won, and it made good money. So they are happy. Yeah, next to go open world style has me interested. I have played very little of one. I played it once on the Steam Deck. Trying to play that game on the Steam Deck is not a go, even though it's verified to work. It just does not look well and is not the greatest performance on it. So don't.
As someone who also played it on Steam Deck, just how that game expects you to play it, the Steam Deck is not the platform to play it on. Play it on your PC or console, to be honest. Just do that.
Not the GameCube.
Not that thing. But I will say I've played both. I've not beaten both of them because they are long, and they are hard at first to get into, but they are a game you have to put the time into. With how immersive they are and realistic they can be, they do expect you to you have to give a little to really get the most out of this kind of game.
Yeah.
But I'm not too surprised, given I think that was the plan, especially I think last episode we talked about how they're making a Lord of the Rings game as well in this style of of what they've done with Kingdom Come Deliverance. So I'm not too surprised, especially because I feel like they can easily churn out a very small game and have it released within the next fiscal year. So I'm curious as to what it is, but nonetheless, though, I'm not too surprised they have this in the ready because I think that was part of their plan. Like, they have a smaller game, and then they're going to put all their focus into the Lord of the Rings game and then the inevitable, big budget Kingdom Come 3. So either way, I'll keep my eyes out on it. So I'm not. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see what form it ultimately takes.
I'm very interested to play the third one. I haven't played the first or the second one. I've been watching a streamer play the first game. No one here. But
yeah, isn't
it? No. It's actually Ranger George. He does a lot of Witcher stuff too. But if he watches this, I'll be very surprised. But yeah, I've been watching him play it. I'm like, this game looks very interesting. I looked into it more. It is very historical based. I don't know the year that it's based in, but yeah, I don't care that they have religious stuff in it. I don't care. That's not a big deal breaker for me, because it's very much within the time period. I just think it's interesting. I heard the story is better in the second game. Don't listen to any of the criticism because the criticism is stupid as hell.
It's mostly stupid. Let's not get into that.
That's why I was just gonna say it and move on. But yeah, I want to play this game so badly. I will play the first one eventually. I don't have the Steam Deck, so I don't have to worry about how bad it will be on Steam Deck.
How bad it'll run. Yeah.
I'll just play it on PC or neverly a PS5 when I get it.
Yeah,
eventually.
Yeah. And it runs, they both run well, which is great.
Yeah, I actually played the first. Okay, I have the second, haven't touched it yet, but I do intend to play it. I played the first, and I played it on, I think it was Xbox One X when it came out. So I had it on disc, physical copy, and I liked it. I put quite a few hours into it. Never finished it. It was a tough game in the sense that it was very realistic. Combat was hard. Combat was in my opinion, was the hardest part of the whole game. But there were other things about it that were relatively realistic in the like, for instance, you can make potions and you can discover potion recipes, and you'd literally have to go in. It's not like a Skyrim where you combine these, hit the button, and it makes the potion. No, you were in a spot or in a building where you can create them, and you'd have a fire, and you'd have to add water to a bowl, you'd have to add another powder, and of course all the things that you add to this, all your alchemy ingredients, you go and collect out in the world. And I'm a sucker for that. I love just traversing an open world. I did streams of 3 hours collecting one flower type because I could make the potion that allowed you to save the game. So I was walking around with 80 potions and I could save anytime I want, rather than being tied to having to, I think, go to bed, and that saves the game.
Yeah.
But overall, it had a great story, and remember, I didn't complete it, but it had a great story, a story of revenge. That's all I'm going to say. And I love that kind of stuff, and it plays well, but it was just hard. Like, it was hard. It wasn't an easy game to play.
It's very immersive.
Yeah, very
Like,
immersive.
it's one of those things of like, oh, this is how real life works, not how a game would work.
Yeah.
I mean, they do simplify some things, especially the blacksmithing. While it's very similar, I'm pretty sure if you tried to do that in real life, even with instructions, you aren't going to do very well.
Yeah.
Oh, and did I mention brothels? They
Yes, in fact.
Okay.
So, yeah.
When it comes to this game, I've heard the rumors that the next game that you were going to do was like in the Middle Earth universe, the Tolkien universe. So the way they're doing these games, like, would be something unique, because these games are very, very good. And I remember, I think I was talking with Kirok that we talked about games, and I said that for me, I think it's someone, I don't even remember who, I was saying that the Kingdom Come Deliverance should have won RPG of the year, because it is more of an RPG than Expedition 33, for example.
Yeah,
it is. Because you can decide what you do. Like Expedition 33, it's an RPG, but it's very linear. You follow the story like this. You can play this type of game differently. If you want to be good first, you can be good first. If you want to do an evil, if you go in between. There's so many things that you can need to do, and if they could translate this to the Middle Earth universe, it would be, I think it would be fantastic. I think it would be fantastic. I would love to see this. These guys haven't missed, because both of these games are very, 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 very good. And I think they do need to change. They need to do what Atlas does with what they did with the Persona formula, because you have the Persona formula. They adapted the Persona formula to Metaphori Fantasio, which is basically the same thing. They adapted to Soul Hackers, it's basically the same thing. And that's what you need to do. They have a winning formula at this, and they just need to adapt to a different IP, let's say like this, a different IP. And I think it would be be very good, because you can choose your race. They can do a Dragon Age thing, which each race you start, it starts with a little bit of a different story, and then it goes to the main story, and then you can decide what you want to do with that. There's so many things they can do, and I see this as a winning formula. As a winning formula.
All right.
I want to play it. I need to play the first two games first, though.
Well, you got time, but you know what? Now this was a story. This next one we're here. Fable dodges GTA 6 with another delay. I know Kirok is going, no.
I'm actually amazed. I'm happy, because it means I can spend more time in games that I always Kirok effect. So this is good. Push it back. I'll wait. I can wait.
But there was the story early on, and Jeff Grubb was saying, like, hey, this game is gonna get delayed. And remember, like everyone's like, no, they're gonna have this game out, and like maybe December, but it's gonna be out in 2026. And it's like they just showed you now, this game's coming in February, and you know what? I think it is better for it because as we all agree, this year has been stacked. Just in the first 5 months has been stacked. We have still a lot. Like Microsoft has a lot that they're swearing up and down that they have releasing. Like they've got the Halo, the Gears, they've got, and then not to mention, like part of their announcement is like, yeah, we want this thing out of GTA 6 because you put Fable up against GTA 6 anywhere near it,
it's going to get buried.
Fable is going to get 10 people playing Fable compared to the 26 million playing GTA 6.
Yeah.
It'll be looked back upon in history as a fable.
Yes.
Yeah. But there was also news, according to Jeff Grubb, that I think the game did have some development issues, especially because they wanted to reach their release date of autumn. But obviously, it's too stacked this year with not just the GTA 6, but other games releasing in the fall, like Wolverine, and with Gears,
Blood of the Dawn Walker.
Blood of the Dawn Walker. It's just like, there's so many games that have really are still coming out this year and whatnot. So it makes sense, especially given a lot of the things that have happened with the game behind closed doors. So I'm fine as long as it's good, but as long as the final product is good. But I'll be honest, I saw this kind of coming from a mile away, to be honest with you. At least it's still relatively early next year, so that's a better time to release it, I'd say. I just hope the game is good. So I'm not surprised. I think at this point, stop announcing release dates at this point if you genuinely believe you're not going to make it.
Yeah.
So
You're
keep
just
that shit
piss
by.
off your fans.
Yeah, because there's already posts out there. It's like, because this game was announced back in 2020 to be a real thing, and now we didn't hear about it for a long time, and then they finally showed it, said it was going to come out in 2025, got delayed to 2026, and then it's getting delayed to 2027. It's like, I know behind closed doors dev time is insane, and it's not just up to the developers, it's the publishers who set the time. It's like, we need this game out now, and they had, especially from Microsoft, they've had nothing but issues, given that what was it? Perfect Dark got canceled, and they've closed other studios, sadly. So I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if that had. Games. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that had a ripple effect and affected Fable. So I'm not surprised in that regard. But at the end of the day, can we just stop announcing the release dates or windows if you genuinely don't think you're going to release it? Just keep that shit to yourself, and then tell us when you know for sure this is definitive.
Wait, Beyond Good and Evil 2 is not a thing? What?
Yeah, don't worry about that. It's not even real. It's not even real.
I've never heard of
it. Yeah, something shiny. Yeah.
I want to say one thing about this game, but I'm going to let you guys talk first, Fubu and Merkel, because I don't want to steal your thunder in case you're thinking the same thing.
The thing I can say about this game is they delayed it. But imagine GTA 6 delays it as well, so it's going to be a problem.
GTA 6 went to February. Oh, that would just be like,
that would throw salt in the wound.
Look, I'm still going on that train that I think GTA 6 is going to be delayed. I'm still on that train. So we'll see. But that's my. For me, I'll be honest. I know what Fable is. I know its impact in the video game history. I've never been like a fan. So being delayed is not that big of an issue for me.
Yeah. It's just like, it's kind of annoying because I do see that they announced it so many times of when it's going to come out, and they just can't make that release date. It's just kind of a trend that has not seemed to stop anytime soon. But it just kind of is what it is. That's how the business goes.
Yeah.
And they haven't shown much. Like, you had the whole Jack the Giant Slayer kind of thing, giant interview, and you saw maybe in that thing like 30 seconds of gameplay, and then their last reveal thing of it was maybe 5 minutes of actual gameplay interspersed between stuff of you walking around, being like, you can be a slumlord and you can do this and your choices matter, but you're not. There's no longer the good and evil. Like, I get it. This is hard for the developers because the developers for this are the Forza team. They're the Forza Horizon developers. So you're taking people that mainly working on racing games, getting them to put to an RPG. So it is such a different thing, style of gameplay. And like, I know they're talented. Don't get me wrong, but like they need Microsoft. We've also said this. Besides the Forza series, that's been doing well for them. The last two entries, especially. Microsoft needs that hit. Xbox needs a hit. You cannot come back with Fable, make the thing come out and be underwhelming, and where we're like, I wanted to like this game, but we got to wait 6 months for it to get patches and fixes to get this game where it should have kind of come out. And it's this. So it's like, take your time.
Okay, so I'm going to say what I was going to say, and that is, and this actually goes against what you just said, Fubu. You're of the mind that GTA is still going to be pushed potentially because of the marketing right behind it.
Yes,
They're not
exactly.
really. But I'm like, wait a second. If you read between the lines, this almost completely confirms that GTA 6 is going to come out at the time they say it's going to come out, because these guys are like, whoa, I'm getting out of the way of this runaway train.
Makes
Right?
sense. Yeah.
So that's what comes to mind when I hear, oh, damn, they just delayed it. And like I said earlier, I'm okay with them delaying it. It's just I love spending my time in games, and I want to finish games, and I take 3 times as long as other people to finish games. So when they tell me this is coming later, I'm like, yes. And maybe hopefully it'll mean that they get to incubate better. A team that develops racing games get to make this a good game. They have the time to polish it.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
Definitely, because where there's so many games coming out, when it's coming out, like, like you're saying, GTA, Wolverine, Blood of the Dawnwalker, all of those games, that because a lot of good games are coming out in a short period of time, I do feel like Fable is going to be pretty much tossed out the window type of thing, because people's going to be like, oh, yeah, I was excited for this game, but more games I'm excited for is out. Sorry, Fable, I'll play you in 3 to 4 months time, versus if they wait, they keep polishing it, then when it comes out, people's going to be already have played Wolverine or Blood of the Dawnwalker, GTA 6, but let's face it,
Call of Duty.
Like, people will still be playing it, but it won't be the hype of it.
Right.
Versus when Fable comes out, that would be the hype. So then, more people would probably stop playing GTA, stop playing Call of Duty, all of those, and then jump onto Fable. I'm excited for Fable. I'm happy that they have delayed it, because it gives them time to completely polish it. But I do agree with Fry that it's just like, stop telling us it's going to come out this time and then delay. It's going to come out here. It's delayed. I'm like, don't just say you're working on it. Further news will be in the future. That's just it gets annoying, and makes me like, all right, you keep on delaying it. I no longer want to play this anymore.
Okay, I want to counter Kiro.
Go.
Go.
Well,
It makes sense what you said, but they need this game to be good, right?
Yeah, they do.
They need. Okay. And if they don't feel that the game is ready, if they don't feel the game is ready, they're like, we're going to delay. Doesn't matter if GTA is coming next year. We need to delay it because this game needs to come out good. Because if this game comes out bad, we know how culture is. They're going to shit on us. They're not going to sell the game. They're not going to do anything. So we would rather go head to head, because we believe in our product, go head to head to GTA 6 than trying to avoid GTA 6 and give a below average product to our consumers. So
To add
So
to that too,
they may be doing the right thing. Then go ahead.
yeah. Because I was about to say, when you think about it, despite the history that Fable has, with the other games that Burley also mentioned that Microsoft is releasing this year, Fable's the hardest sell when you think about it, because Fable has not been in the zeitgeist, the online zeitgeist, in like 10 plus years.
Well,
The last
wait,
Fable, the last mainline Fable was 3, and nobody liked 3 at all.
Yeah.
Or
I
a
didn't
majority
buy
of
it, I
people
didn't
didn't.
play it.
Yeah, majority of people didn't like 3, and there was going to be other things they were going to do with it, like that multiplayer game, but that got canceled. So it's the hardest sell because Gears of War has still been very relevant and popular, especially now. And Halo is always going to be popular because it's Halo. It's too big to fail. And Forza Horizon's easy. It's a racing game. So that and it's Call of Duty also. So it's the hardest game to really sell because mostly, besides the fans, they're trying to get the new players who have never played Fable before, and so it's the harder sell. And when you put it against all these other games and GTA 6, if it doesn't get delayed, mind you, if it doesn't get delayed again, then it's pretty much you're setting that game up to fail because it's already been so long, and until now we haven't gotten any gameplay. But who knows? The game could be good. The game could be polished, but the game has to be good at the end of the day. Just because you can polish a turd, but it's still a turd at the end of the day.
Right.
Exactly.
So it's not a dodging a train. It's they delayed it because they realized they had a white trash camper trailer. Never mind. It's a bad.
I don't want to go that far. I mean, some people probably will agree with you on that one because there are some people that want to.
And they realize they need to fix it up. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. We don't know what state the game is, but like you just look at the calendar, because they're saying autumn, September is packed, and now you have they've now announced Call of Duty's at the end of October. A few weeks after that, you have GTA 6. There's no, unless the game was ready today, ready right now, you have, there's hard precedent of finding a good month that you could drop this, where you're not competing against the 4 other titles you're releasing this year, in the case of Xbox, not to mention your competitors from PlayStation and other third-party developers, and Microsoft. Yeah, they may have lowered Game Pass pricing. They still need to get sales. They need to get sales back. They're trying to get sales back, especially Microsoft. Satya wants that money for the AI. They're leaning pressure on Xbox. Fable needs to sell, and this is a game that is going to come to PS5. Whether it's day 1 on PS5 or 6 months out, we haven't been made clear. So, if you can get it February, and let's say it's coming February, that's even if February sticks, because we have no idea, and they didn't put an actual date in February, and it's even if you do put dates, we're now always playing the game of a coin toss. Is this date real or is this date not real? Because just how the state of the industry with just people trying to get stuff out, and you're trying to get your game out the best time where you're not going to get killed by other games and have your game come out. So it's at this point they need this to hit, because Forza is making the money and Forza is getting played by a lot of people and reviewed well. But if this game tanks, I think Fable franchise is just done. By them, because they closed down the original developers. They closed down Lionhead Studios.
Lionhead.
Yeah, they closed that studio. They don't really have the people from the original. This is a remake, not really a reimagining of the series, changing some elements people like. So it is a little bit of a harder sell, because this doesn't have the good evil karma system, which was one of the main things of why people loved Fable, including myself. I would do the evil playthrough, I would do the good playthrough, and you got to kick the chicken. Stuff like that. You have to. I would also make saves and try stuff. And try things different ways with missions with your different karma level and seeing the different thing. It was such a cool thing. So it's like you're doing this. You've had the fans have been vocal with them. The fans have let them know about all this, and it's like you guys need this you need this hit. This is just get it right the first time. And to go back to what Fry has said, and I agree, I'm tired of seeing games way too early. We said this with Dragon Quest, we've said this with this game, and so many other games. We see these games, and then we hear nothing for 3 to 4 years, or in the case of Beyond Good and Evil 2, you see a trailer, 30-second teaser, was it 12 years ago? And
then they tried to bring it back again in 2017, and radio silent still ever since.
Yep.
So yeah, no faith.
Maybe 2027 is the year for you, Kirok. Maybe we get Beyond Good and Evil 2 and Fable. Yeah, how funny would that be if they're both in the same month?
That would be crazy.
Same month, same day. You have to pick.
That.
I think I'll play Fable, given what apparently that Beyond Good and Evil 2 allegedly is going to be a live service. So I'm like, I don't give two fucks about
is it?
Yeah, no.
That's what I heard, but who fucking knows what form it's taking now at this point? They don't even know what they don't even know.
Yeah, I was just about to say they don't even know what they want to do with the game, seeing how we don't even know what's coming out.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's enough about Fable. Let's get to the topic of the show here.
Wait, wasn't that the topic of the show? I don't think we're doing
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah,
It's getting late, man. We need to stop, man. It's getting late.
Yeah, I gotta go back to MI6. I got a mission to go.
And that's episode 11. We don't need to talk about Witcher 3.
I will go to your side of Canada and beat your ass.
Oh,
Both of
Look
yours.
look out!
What is the topic of the show?
The topic of the show is Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt is now getting new DLC. Songs of the Past have been announced. It is coming in 2027 to PS5, Xbox Series PC, but it's not just done by CD Projekt Red. It is done by Fool's Theory, and they did help out on Baldur's Gate 3. They've helped out on quite a few games and other big RPGs.
Yeah.
So,
and they're the developers of the
Yes.
remake of 1, 2, right?
Yes.
Yeah. For people who also don't know about Fool Theory was actually started up by former developers of CD Projekt Red who has worked on The Witcher. So they were saying that if they were making a remake of The Witcher, I found this out by the Ranger George, so I have to give him credit for getting this. They would have the Fool's Theory are the only people that they were saying, because they were also saying this in an interview, I believe. They're the only people that they would even attempt to bring in as another person to do this, because they're like, yeah, Fool's Theory were like, they were our former developers that left, made their own studio. So like they're the only people that would make sense to bring them on. Yeah. And even for the most part, I guess even with this DLC, but in my personal opinion, The Witcher 3 does not need need this.
Fair enough. Yeah. But I know you're going to go off for a while, Merple. So for any of us here, why don't we say our opinions first, in all honesty. But since Merple set it up already, my counter to this is no matter what the quality of the expansion is going to be, it's no kind of wonder why they're doing this. This is their most popular game. And if in some way it leads into Witcher 4, that'd be cool. We don't know yet. We have no idea, but I'm not surprised they're doing this, in all honesty. But I do feel like it's one of those cases where this game is still popular. People still talk about it. They say it goes on sale very often, so I'm not surprised. And at the end of the day, if it's good, it's good. Especially with the other 2 expansions, if it's on that quality, I'd say it's good. So I'm not surprised, given again the last Witcher anything we had besides Blood and Wine was in 2015 when 3 came out. So this is 100% made to kind of like tie everyone over until the inevitable Witcher 4 release and then the inevitable Witcher 1 remake. So I'm going to play it. I'm going to try it. But whether or not ultimately it needs it, who knows? I feel like if it's just an additional expansion that makes the game even that much better and worth picking up again, especially if you haven't played it in forever, I'd say that's fine with me. I don't know how it's going to connect to Witcher 4. We'll just have to wait and see. But nonetheless, I'm excited. You know, if it's good, it's good. If it's not, it's not. Either way, it gives people an excuse to play Witcher 3 again. That's how I'm choosing to see it. But anyone else have anything to say before Merple just unloads?
Okay, I'll go next. I have Witcher 3. I actually picked it up for Switch way back in the day, but I have it on Steam, and I played it on Steam, and I've played the game. Actually, let me see real quick. I played the game. What do I got? 21 hours. So not a whole lot. It's a much bigger game than 20 hours. But I started, played, fell out of it, did not continue playing. Then I went back to it more than a year later and wiped the whole save and started from scratch again. And I put in whatever time. So those 2 gameplays total of 21 hours in Steam, and I still just couldn't get into it. I don't know why. It's my kind of game because it's got fantasy, it's got everything that I would love, open world, and it didn't put its hooks in me, and I don't know what it is. And now, even it's funny, even though I know Witcher 4 is in the works, I'm still like, whatever. And then they mentioned this DLC, and I'm thinking to myself, maybe I should try again. So I might give it a shot one more time. That's basically it. Like, I wish I was more into it. I really do. I wish I was.
I mean, I'll say it took me a while to get into it, and then inevitably it clicked, and I realized what I was doing wrong and why I wasn't enjoying it.
Tell me, what happened? What was it? Well, maybe well,
I don't know what yours specifically was. Mine was I was digging the story, I was digging the world. I hated the combat, but it was also because I was still new to that genre of like RPG it was trying to be, because it was in that middle of it's like Fable, it's like Elder Scrolls, just very different. And I was always bad at those games when I first started it, and then inevitably it clicked with me. It's like, okay, armor, get armor, mutations, put this here if you want to do that. Make sure you upgrade your stuff, make sure you repair your stuff when it's broken, make sure you augment it, with like, the rune stones and all that, use. And also, in the case of The Witcher, learn the enemy you're actually fighting, because you would save your life, especially with the potions, time of day, and also correctly use the spells as to what the hell they're supposed to actually do. So once I figured out what you had to do and I put in the work, I started loving the game more, because I could finally rip off the Band-Aid and break through the barrier, which was like, okay, I get this awesome story. I get this incredible world, these fun characters to be with. I finally got past the thing that stopped me, which was the gameplay systems, because I wasn't used to it. And I put in the time to play it, especially because I bought it literally brand new, kind of peer pressure, because everyone said it was good. So that was how it inevitably, like, you just have to put in the time and learn how to play it. And then once you do, I'd say it works for you. But I don't know if that was your issue specifically.
Yeah, I understand.
But that's pretty much it. I let the game just be like, you know what? I will give this game a period of time. I will give it the grace period that I will allow it and keep playing it. And it finally won me over. Okay. And I will also say, the game getting all those patches on PS4 when I bought it The fact that, it was kind of buggy at launch did also affect that. But once it finally fixed it, I was like, all right, this is one of the best RPGs I've played in a while.
Okay.
So once you put in the time to understand it, it's worth playing. But I can understand if you're not used to it, even if you come off games like Fable or Elder Scrolls, this is definitely different.
It's different.
So,
Okay.
So it's just a matter of you have to meet the game halfway and be like, this is what it expects from you, so do it. Just no bitching, just do it. Don't half-ass, use your whole ass.
Very much, yeah.
It's still my turn, Marvel. I haven't talked. You'll have your moments.
I'm being quiet. I'm not saying anything until you're all done.
I'll be quick. I'll be quick. Don't worry, Marvel. I'll be quick. I can see Marvel. He's moving out.
Yeah. He has so much to say, and we're all just being like, we got to say what we have to say.
Just be sure, Burley, get the ball gag ready. Just okay. See, it goes too long.
No. Like once you're done, I kind of actually want to say, because I brought up something in the background here to talk about it for it.
Okay.
Okay.
My part's going to be very quick. I think this is the Witcher 3 experience because I'm relating with what Kirok and Fremen are saying. Because when I bought the game as well, and I'll be honest, when I bought the game, I've never played 1 and 2, and I still haven't played 1 and 2. I know about a little bit of the story. So it was my first experience, and it felt weird. I don't know, felt something weird. For me, from what I remember, I feel like the game was very slow at the start.
It was, yes.
The game was terribly slow at the start. Like, okay, you have that first area where you learn your mechanics, but then you go to the big open world. It felt very, very slow, and I didn't enjoy that. And I was, like Freeman said, the combat is something weird. But then you get into the game, and to the point that I'm not going to say I plat the game. I'm very close to plat the game, but I got one of the hardest plats, which was one of the hardest trophies, which is beat the game on the hardest difficulty. And the hardest difficulty, trust me, it is not an easy game to play.
No.
Even when you have the knowledge of the game. That's how much I loved it.
Wow.
And that's what Freeman said. You need to learn. You need to know what you're facing. You need to know what to use. It's not gun ho, slice and dice, and it's done. No.
Gotcha.
You need to know what to do. You need to use the right potions, the right timing. You need to do there was a mission, like a side mission contract, where you needed to defeat some ghosts, and I was having a hard time. And then, okay, I have to see what's its weakness. Then after I read, the game forced me to read. After I understood what the weaknesses was, even on the hardest difficulty, because the normal mode is not hard. It gets really hard on highest difficulties. And I had to read, and I'm like, okay, this ghost is weak to this. Oh, I have this type of spell, or I have this type. Let's use it. And I did it, and I passed it. So that's my experience with the game. I've played it. They did a free upgrade for the PlayStation 5. I did that. I'm not the biggest fan of buying DLCs. I'm very, very, very against that. I have the DLCs. That's a freaking great. I have the deal. I have both DLCs. That's how freaking great the game is. And to be honest, I will get this DLC as well, so I can continue the story, because in my mind, we know that the ending of The Witcher, I know Blood and Wine, is retired. We know that, but we don't know about Ciri, because there's multiple endings on what you do with the game. I think this DLC not only is a way to give us another adventure with Geralt, but it is also a way of creating a canon ending. So when it connects to Witcher 4, we have a line to follow. Because what happens if it's an open ending? Like, I get an ending, you get a different ending, you get everyone gets a different ending, and then when Witcher 4 comes out, people are gonna be, that's not my ending, that's not how it works. This is not, people are gonna bitch about something. People have to bitch about something. And I think the idea not only is to give us one last adventure with Geralt, it is a way to make a solid ending, a canon ending, so it continues to Witcher 4.
I'm going to let Burley go.
Yeah.
Because if not, you're going to have to be like, shut up, Purple.
Yeah. So one thing they have announced, this is not going to the older platforms. This for PC, they upped the requirements for PC to nothing too major. Like you need to get at least a Ryzen 5 2600 or higher, i5 8400, GTX 1060 card, or 5500 XT card. So they upped the PC specs for this, and it's like, alrighty, you're doing that. That's quite interesting.
And it's probably made on their older engine, the Red engine, not Unreal, I believe.
Yeah.
Because that would probably make sense given everything.
Yeah.
That engine is reasonably optimized, but this sounds like what they did with Cyberpunk, where the Phantom Liberty DLC was not on last gen, even though the base game was on last gen.
Yep, I was actually just about to say that. My experience with Witcher 3, I bought this like around when it came out, like in the first couple of months, and like I have it, the physical PS4 version where you got the map, the music, and a couple stickers and stuff. With it, which was neat. I was like, I'll try this eventually, and I was like, well, it's the third game in the series, I should play 1 and 2, and then got told, no, just play it. Played the first little bit, and the first like 2 hours did not interest me. I was like, okay, I'm this kind of sucks. It was not grabbing me. Then
I agree with you there, but I do think you need more than 2 hours of this game before you ultimately decide if it's not for you.
Well,
but sorry.
Then tried it one more time. I streamed it the first couple hours. Like I beat the Griffin, and that part was cool. You know, the small prep you were doing and tracking the Griffin and stuff, doing that hunt. That was cool. And then like I think it was like the next main story mission where you're going into a cave and you see a bunch of the like I can't remember if it's the wild hunt or whatever, and it was just like you have to fight something, got my ass just kicked, and it was just like okay, like I'm like, I also didn't like, besides the whole Griffin part, that was the only part that I liked, and I was like, yeah, I have other games. I don't have as much time at that point in my life. Why am I putting it like I did the joke into Troll Merple because it was also like $6 on the Switch.
Yeah.
I bought it $6, just the base game. I didn't buy the DLC on the Switch. I have the DLC on PlayStation. I bought it cheap. Like I bought both DLCs for $10. And this is something I'm going to ask. Is this going to be a paid DLC? And if so,
yes.
Will you pay for it? Will you buy it?
Also, yes.
Me,
and
yes.
Also,
I do
own
think it's
it
going
on
to be
Switch
paid.
too as well. Yeah, I actually got this as a birthday gift the year it came out. Sorry.
Yeah. No, that's fine. I do think
I'll buy it
paid.
too.
Since we're flexing our copies, I got here.
Yeah, I have that too somewhere.
I don't have my copy near me.
Yeah, I'll definitely buy it as well. To what Burley said. But let's be honest, this was going to be a paid expansion, because if it's on the quality that I've read in some of the articles where it's of the scale of Blood and Wine, this will be a paid DLC. That is a nice map.
Yeah,
they don't do this shit anymore. That's one of the things. That's one of the things. Sorry to interrupt, but I want to get GTA 6 physically so we can get a map like they did, and they don't do this. And this is not even a special edition. I think that I know.
Also,
no, that was just the regular day one edition.
Yeah,
the
soundtrack too.
I'm gonna steal that on you.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I fucking love the soundtrack in that game.
Yeah,
little book.
But I'd say though, I think we've all said enough. I think Murple's ready to say what he wants to say.
Let him rip.
All right,
the soundtrack. Yeah, go Murple.
Just say what you wanna say what you wanna say, Murple. Just
even though I feel like this game did not need another expansion, because this game is pretty old, I do understand why they've done it, because of, you know, they are continuing on with The Witcher. They are making The Witcher 4. They eventually will make The Witcher 1 remake. I heard people say like they'll probably eventually do a remake of The Witcher 2. Don't know how true that is, but whatever. I will buy this. I will play it, and it definitely brings people wanting to replay The Witcher 3. So there is definitely, you know, it puts eyes back on the Witcher series. We don't know what this expansion is going to be about yet. I think, judging based off of the title, it'll probably be talking about stuff that happened within the past to bring people up to speed to The Witcher 4. I disagree with Fubu that they're going to make one of the endings canon. Here's the reason why. They have never done that. They have never canonized an ending from The Witcher 1 into The Witcher 2, and then they have never canonized one of the endings of The Witcher 2 into The Witcher 3. I think that if they do it in The Witcher 4, they're going to do it a way that honors the player's choice, but inevitably it will still all lead back to the road of Ciri becoming a Witcher. That's my thought. That's my theory of that. But yeah, I will play it regardless because I'm a huge Witcher fan. Like, I love the world. I love the characters. I love the books completely. I'm going to use the books as its own separate canon because they pretty much said that the games are its own canon, the books are its own canon. I do like what CD Projekt has done. The DLC I'll buy. The Witcher 4 I will not buy day one because I'm sorry, CD Projekt, I can't trust you day one with what you do with Cyberpunk. Sorry.
Yeah,
but
and now
you're smart. You're smart.
Now they have Unreal 5 as well. That's another can of worms.
Yeah, that's a whole nother can of worms. The Witcher 1 remake, I'm debating if I want to buy that day one because it's not made by CD Projekt Red. It's made by Fool's Theory.
I mean, it's blood. It's Witcher blood, technically.
Yeah.
But that's also Unreal 5. Just so you know.
True.
Nah. Wait for good sale.
That's probably what I'm going to do. But yeah, I'm definitely going to buy this. It will definitely be a paid expansion. And I do agree. This is just to tie people over until Neverly Witcher 4 comes out. Because they haven't really said when even the target release window. I don't think they said the target release window. So
no.
Oh no.
Nope.
So they're trying to tie people over.
Said is they want to get 3 games, like I think within a couple years of each other.
Yeah.
So people are theorizing 4, 5, and 6. There might be smaller games, not do DLC.
They have said in an interview again. I think it's on their official YouTube page that they do want to pretty much have games come out every single year after this game. So just do boom, 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 no DLC. I think that's a bad move for them to do, but whatever. What do I know? What they plan on doing?
Yeah, it's not only it's The Witcher that they're doing. They're also doing the Cyberpunk sequel, and apparently a multiplayer game for Cyberpunk, or it was for The Witcher, I believe. It was probably Cyberpunk though. So there's that to also think about.
They have announced their projects that they're working on, which is The Witcher 4. 2 projects I think that has never really I think it's just their code name. But I think one code name is actually the multiplayer Witcher. That there, I will be hands down. I most likely will not play unless if it wows me. And then Cyberpunk 2, and I'm like, okay, cool. I don't care about Cyberpunk to be quite honest. I heard it was good, but I don't care about it.
It's good now.
It's good now.
Yeah, it's good now, not the day of launch.
I played it when it came out, and it was.
I played that on launch day. Launch day was.
Yeah.
On PC, it wasn't bad, but it still wasn't great.
It wasn't bad, but you can still feel the game was kind of half-baked, even on PC, because a lot of it's the things that people love it nowadays was not there day one.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm interested to see what this DLC will be about. I'll buy it. I'll play it. Do I still think that it needed it? No, I really do not, because how they ended it with Blood and Wine, because that is technically their canon ending to Geralt. He does retire. He does say, I'm off the path. I'm done. And it pretty much alludes to him saying, the Witchers do need to die out because there's so little of them left. But yeah, I liked how Blood and Wine ended. I'm I don't know where they would end up going with this. but they would have to explain it in a really damn good way of why did Geralt return?
Because money.
Yeah. Because money.
Like-
yeah.
He owns his own vineyard. He doesn't need money.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
the
no.
taxman caught up to him.
No, it's going to be somehow Geralt returns.
Yeah.
So for someone who started but never finished, and someone who tried a couple times and it didn't hook them, although I'm going to be honest, what you guys have said so far, specifically what Fubu was talking about, and also a little bit of what Fryman was talking about, I'm like considering, I'm going, maybe I should replay this like on my own time.
Yeah.
But here's the question. Here's the question I have. What are the expansions, the actual expansions that came out? I'm looking on Steam. One is Blood and Wine. You mentioned it.
Heart of Stone is the
Heart
other.
of Stone. Okay, I see that one too. Are those the only two that actually?
Well,
Yes, those are the
Yeah,
only two
those-
that are out
Yeah.
right now.
Those
And
are
then-
the paid
and then-
expansions.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Like progress the story, right?
So
No.
no, their
no,
own thing.
They're just
Their
their
own
own
thing.
thing. Okay.
So, if I remember correctly, Heart of Stone is like few missions in the world, the map that you have. I
Mhm.
can't remember the story that much. Heart and Stones gives you a new area to explore. And when I'm telling you a new area,
that's Blood and Wine that gives you.
Blood and Wine, thank you. Blood and Wine gives you a new area to explore. And when I'm telling you a new area to explore, I'm not saying a little bit. It's
It's
freaking
massive.
huge.
It's a
Really?
completely different zone.
Yeah, it's a different zone, new missions, new characters, all of that. And it takes about 15 hours to complete.
Yes.
More than
Yeah.
007, to be honest.
They have
Yeah.
said this in their interview. They never really said that it's the two expansions combined. They say it could be the same scope as Blood and Wine. It could be depending on the player. Like, you know, just like I could play it and be like, oh yeah, this is totally on the scope of Blood and Wine. Fry could play it and be like, this is more on the scope of like Heart of Stone, because Heart and Stone was a much smaller expansion because
And then
Heart of
Kirok,
Stone and then Kirok.
I'm not going to finish.
Yeah, because Heart of Stone was very much still within
Kirok and Burley.
Yeah.
because
No, Burley's not even gonna play the game. He's gonna look
Yeah.
at it and be like, "Get the fuck out of here."
Yeah, and Merple said yeah to it.
So Heart and Stone
No.
came out first. Heart and Stone came out first, then Blood
Yes.
and Wine. Yeah.
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, and then this
Um,
one sometime next year.
Yeah, I will say this: you do not have to play 1 and 2 to understand the story of 3. They
Got it.
all three, even though they have like 1, 2, and 3 attached to them,
Yeah.
they're all their own story.
Okay.
They will make like Witcher 3 will make references to like what happened in The Witcher 2 or Witcher 1 and book references, but like
I
That-
have 1 and
that's
2
it.
as well. I
that
have
like
2 on Steam and 1 on GOG.
Yeah. like that's about it. Like The Witcher 3 specifically will talk about a character called Leo. Okay, well, who is Leo? You won't know who he is unless if you played The Witcher 1.
Sure we do. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Like the character Leo's in The Witcher 2, or they'll talk about another character called not Barnhart. I can't remember what his name is. I'll probably remember his name at like 3 a.m. It's like, that's his name.
Yeah,
But I'm excited. I'll play this DLC. I don't know what it is going to be about. I feel like just based off the name, I feel like they will probably talk about events that might have happened throughout the Witcher series, like kind of like an old Geralt talking about like his adventures, or Dandelion, because it has been confirmed. The one every single time you have a little like loading screen of the person talking, it's canonized. That's older Dandelion.
So it's gonna be old man Geralt in a rocking chair and be like, "Let me tell you about some of my favorite moments in my life."
That's just what I guess due to the title of the Songs of the Past. I could be completely wrong with that theory. It could be something else.
Dandelion means things.
yeah.
A lot of people said it could be connected to Dandelion because he's a bard, but I'm like,
Yeah.
Whatever.
So small tangent here, not really, but small direction to where I just looked up CD Projekt Red's supposed projects in development and then their time frame for everything.
Yeah.
Some of this is now true to a degree. Witcher 3 DLC, which is Songs of the Past, was supposedly scheduled for this year. Now it's next year.
Yes.
Next is Polaris, which is Witcher 4. That's late 2027 or 2028 now, maybe. And then Sirius, which is the multiplayer game based on The Witcher. That's 2028, developed by another developer named Molasses Flood. Orion, which is CD Cyberpunk 2. That's 2029. And Canis Majoris, that is the Witcher 1 remake by Fool's Fury. That's supposedly scheduled for 2030. And then Witcher 4, Witcher 5 and 6 are 2031, and 2033 maybe.
Wow.
And then Project Hadar, which is a brand new IP, not based on any of the other projects they've worked on at CD Projekt Red. So that's supposedly what they're working on in their release schedule.
Their roadmap.
But that obviously could change, because now we know the DLC for Witcher 3 is real. That's coming next year. Witcher 4 could be 2028, 2029, and then a year later. Given that Fool's Fury is helping with this expansion, they're probably also still working on Witcher 1 remake, so that could be out either after Witcher 4 or a little later after Witcher 4, and then whenever Cyberpunk and the multiplayer game comes out, we'll just have to wait and see. So
yeah, I think they already confirmed that the Witcher 1 remake is coming out after Witcher 4.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, especially if Fool's Fury is helping them. So I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. And it all depends on how good The Witcher 4 does, if they'll continue on the series, because who knows, maybe people will be like, I want Geralt back.
Yeah, and there are some who want that, but we haven't seen the full game yet.
Exactly.
So.
It could be great, it could be bad. Yeah.
I think it'll sell, at least 4 will sell. How 5 and 6 and the reception of 4, 5, and 6 will be, we'll just have to wait and see. But that's way down the line, and who knows how long it's going to be between now and then.
I will definitely play it. Again, I really hope.
Muted, by the way, Fubu.
I really want to go against Merple, but I'm afraid he's going to murder me. No, because look, I'm gonna say it, and then I'm gonna. If he gets violent, I'll run away. You control them or something. Now, I don't agree with what you were saying about the canonically ending of Geralt, for one simple reason, because they did a trilogy with Geralt. 4 is with Ciri. It's a new character, so they need to start fresh. They can, if you want to, because when you're doing a new game, you can't bring the shadow of the previous character, of the previous main character. Like you can give him a mention, oh, he was like this, but you can't bring stuff from the past to this new adventure. That's why I think they will kind of close the story with Geralt, and by closing the story with Geralt, it starts they cement the story with Ciri. Then if Witcher 4, then 5 and 6, hopefully it goes like that.
Yeah.
Then when you finish Witcher 4 and you start Witcher 5 with Ciri, then you can not have a canonic ending on 4, so it changes the structure on 5. Because I know there's a lot of things that I missed out. It's like Mass Effect in the point. I know I missed up certain story beats because I didn't play 1 and 2. There is a mission that is highly influenced what happened on Witcher 2, which is something with the Kingslayer. Like you can kill a king, and if you don't kill a king, it affects the third game. I know that. No. Yeah, you know better.
Come on, I wanted to be Jaime Lannister.
I will probably tell you not on the podcast because it's a huge spoiler.
Yeah, okay.
But
it's been a long time. I might misremembering.
Yeah.
But the big point that I want to make is they will make a canon ending because it's the end of the story. If you don't close the story, it's still open to make another DLC. Fan theory is going to be a lot. Now, I think with this one, we're going to close. I think Blood and Wine, it closed more than enough, but I think it's more than closing to segue the story with Ciri. I still believe it's more to segue the story with Ciri because in reality, his story is very well closed with the Blood and Wine.
Yeah.
Then even if they don't make a certain ending or certain events of an ending canon, you have to make something. You have to give the audience something to make sense why this story is happening.
Yeah.
Just maybe it won't be entirely what the ending itself
Yeah.
ultimately was. So, but we won't really know until the game comes out.
They
And also, small tangent, Burley, everything is actually on the cart for the Switch version. It's
Yeah.
I just confirmed it, looked at it, and it's like, yeah, it is.
yeah,
Okay,
I
DLC.
Even the expansion.
Yeah, all the DLC is actually here. Not lying to you.
Yeah.
So they actually fit it on the cart somehow.
Nice.
And
I
this is
do
Switch
know they-
1 too, not Switch
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Whenever they do Switch 2.
I do.
Oh, I
Trying
think
to
there's
allude
something
that
they
they
will do
can.
that. I think
They probably will
release
do
on the
that.
Switch too.
They
There
probably-
will
Oh,
be
yeah,
something
definitely.
to complete.
It does not run well on Switch 1 at all.
It will on Switch 2.
Oh yeah, Switch 2. Well, Switch
Well, you
1.
can use the Pokeball controller, so it's the best version.
I do know they kinda loosely made one ending canon. I won't say what ending, but anyone that played The Witcher 3 knows what one I'm talking about.
Yeah. It's just a matter of we're going to have to wait and see because we have no idea.
But I do think that Witcher 4 will do something to honor the other two endings of a player choice of like syncing into because they've done this with The Witcher 2 to The Witcher 3. You could sync your save onto the next one. So The Witcher 2, you can sync it onto The Witcher 3. Only on Xbox though, because Witcher 2 never came off Xbox. Funny enough, where your choices that you made in Witcher 2 affected how certain interactions would happen in The Witcher 3, as well as explain the ending of that you chose in Witcher 2, why it changed to The Witcher 3. I think they'll do something like that where you port your save into The Witcher 4, and then they'll just merge it to a certain point of like, yeah, this happened, but this is why I'm a Witcher now.
Mm-hmm.
Type of thing.
We'll just have to wait and see.
The music is good though. If you just want good music, don't care about The Witcher, just listen to the music. The music is amazing, especially Toussaint's. Toussaint's music is just mwah.
It's
I love it.
actually good. Yeah.
I'm gonna check something real quick. So yeah, I think I remember this from before. Witcher 3 has cross-platform saving. So if you're
Yes.
playing it on the Switch, you can actually continue it on your Steam version if you have a Steam, and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. Yeah.
I didn't know about that until someone also told me, and again, another stream that I was in, they're like, oh yeah, you could, because I'm like, oh, I only have my on PlayStation 4.
It came a few years after the game.
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I only had PlayStation 4. I can't play this new expansion because it's not coming for PlayStation 4. But people's like, you could bring your save to a PS5. I'm like, oh, okay. Now, whether or not they will recognize that as to play the new DLC, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Like
I guess
Merple
we'll
needed
wait and
another
see.
reason to get a PlayStation 5. Like it's Wolverine, now it's this. It's the universe, Merple. You need to get a PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
God,
Fubu's right.
oh god, I'll own that The Witcher 3 like 4 times now because I have for PC, Switch, and PS4.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm gonna have for PS5 eventually. Good god.
Okay.
You can clearly tell I'm a fan.
I think we've figured that out by now. We made it pretty clear.
I think Merple in this segment talked more in this segment than all of the episodes. We've done. I swear.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
swear. I
Oh,
swear. I've
yeah.
never heard them talk so much.
Oh,
Yeah, he found the time to do it, and now here he is.
When this DLC comes out, you won't see me. I'll be gone.
We'll see a review of it. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just be gone. Especially when Witcher 4 comes out, I'll be gone for a whole month. You won't see me. I'll be like, bye.
I mean, I thought you said you weren't going to buy it day one, though. That's the problem. So
Merple.
you're actually going to
Yeah.
buy it day one, right? You're
Probably.
You're
Yeah,
already
he's
breaking
gonna
your
buy it day one,
promises.
for sure.
I want to
Yeah,
buy
yeah.
it day one, but at the same time, it's like I shouldn't.
Merple.
Oh wait,
I mean-
I'll watch reviews on it to see how it is first.
And then he'll buy it. He won't buy it day one. He'll buy it a week later.
Yeah, pretty much.
Merple, on the day this DLC comes out, you have to start your job. How's it going to be?
Hello,
Easy.
can I
He's
call
gonna-
it sick Witcher release DLC? Is that a valid sick day? Yeah.
I'll just take one of my sick days off. I'll take one of my 6 days. So I'll use my sick day to play this. I'm gonna shut up because if not, I won't.
Yeah. We've had a lot to say, honestly.
Yeah, well, this is our longest episode to date.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was.
So we
Blame me.
Oh, trust me, I will. It is Murple's fault. That's
we
the
all
official
talk.
hashtag.
We did talk a lot.
This is where it actually is Murple's fault.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely Murple's fault, but we did talk. We all did talk.
And trust
we
me,
did.
once we can get some emotes up here on YouTube, that will be made into an emote. Trust me.
We already agreed on one. It's the ball gag one. That's going to be one.
Okay, yeah.
Kirak
Those
effect
were-
one.
And those will be official merch. Don't
Fire
worry,
Matt
in the
Booty.
future. Fire Matt Booty and Herman Hulst. There you go. Yeah, so we'd love to hear from you all on all these topics we talked about. Love to hear your thoughts, your opinions. And there's also one thing from last week, because when we were doing the Mucho Xbox story, I did promote and show my merch, so I am sorry. To make up for it, I have made a discount code called It's Murple's Fault and apology. So go use them now and go, please. I need the money. I'm kidding. Kidding. I meant to do this at the beginning of the episode, but because we had the James Bond stuff at the beginning, I was like, let's put it as a nice little closer here. But we do have some reviews coming. The State of Play is coming on June 2nd. I will be streaming that, and I know Murple's going to join me, but anyone, there could be other members of the...
a little bit.
Yeah.
Before I go to work.
I might be able to. I think I can.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I'll be at work.
Fry, unfortunately, will be at work, but I will be streaming it, so you'll get our opinions live. But trust me, we will be talking about it on that weekend.
Yeah.
But
And
that weekend, that next weekend is going to be a busy one, as we're going to do some things live.
We're going live.
Yeah, we are going live. We probably won't be going live for Summer Games Fest on Friday due to times and all that. But Sunday we will be going live on our Twitch channel, We Do Studios, and our YouTube channel. We will be going live reacting to the Xbox games showcase. So, and then obviously next official podcast episode will be about Summer Games Fest as a whole and whatever minor story here and there comes up. Eventually, the podcast will be done almost entirely live. Just we're working out the kinks, and eventually that will become the norm going forward.
Yes.
So look forward to that. But yeah, we will be dual streaming on our Twitch and YouTube channel, and that's also how the official podcast episodes are going to be potentially going forward. Just trial run first, as they say.
Yeah. Yay!
And we will have some reviews coming. The plan is to get the kiln. I have the kiln footage. It's just hunkering Murple down. I'm just going to tell him I've got some Witcher 3 stuff. That's how I'm going to have to get him down. And Fry a martini.
Martini, Agent 00 Fry will be back for the inevitable 007 First Light review when we do it. Could be next week. So
I can do it on the suits. I can do it in the suits.
I'll wear a suit. I know Burley wore a suit. Or
I might wear. I still got to beat the game. So, but I will have a blazer. I'll have my blazer jacket on.
Yeah. My agent suit is ready. I'll have it ready to go. And maybe a martini, shaken, not stirred.
Alrighty.
I saw Kirk. He was like this. Yeah, he thought something.
I did. An idea just popped in, but.
Oh, I can't wait to hear that. But we thank you all so much. Please don't forget to hit that like button, smash that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, and hit that notification bell. That way you get notified when videos come out and drop, because the thing is, YouTube still does not have the notification feed working well. Nope. I'm hoping by the time 2045 they have that fixed, but YouTube, so who the hell knows? But I think that's enough of us rambling and going on. We all thank you so much. See y'all next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.